We've teamed up with UK Auto Claims to see if you could be eligible to claim thousands in compensation. If you've had any cars, vans or motorbikes on finance between 2007 and 2021, well, just click the link below and start your simple free check.
Welcome back to AFTV, everyone. It's the final day of the season, and we know that there's not that much to play for. There's nothing, let's be really honest. But we'll still be reacting to every kick of the ball. We'll be keeping up to date with all other 9 Premier League games. 4 in particular as Fulham host Man City, Chelsea travel to Nottingham Forest, Villa go to Old Trafford, and there's one more. Newcastle, of course, host Everton. That is the battle for top 5 now. I'm still used to saying top 4, but I'm here with Martin, I'm here with Laurie, I'm here with Turkish. We'll run through the 11 again, and we'll just be here just talking about everything that's going on. So send in your comments. We can chat a bit about the season. Who can watch as our rivals are involved. Well, some of our rivals are involved in a conversation that I think we did, well enough, beating Newcastle to stay out of it going to this final weekend, but she never really got to this. How are we all feeling, Marty?
I'm feeling good, mate.
Yeah. Just happy to be here, watch some football on a sunny Sunday.
There you go. Listen, the one thing that I have looked at is we ain't going to have Premier League football for a while, and I do really love watching football. That's I'm not people say, oh, you're just here to participate. I want to win things, but I really enjoy football, and I'm going to miss it. Obviously, then we've got the pre-season, the friendlies and stuff, and I'm not a huge fan of the international stuff. Obviously, we've got some of that coming up. I can't wait for the Champions League final next weekend. I love that. That for me is the best. Oh, it's a shame Arsenal aren't in it, obviously, but for me, that is the best game of the season. You've got 2 top teams going toe-to-toe, competing for one of the most coveted trophies in football. So I'm looking forward to that, and big shout out to the women who done it yesterday.
Absolutely,
that was a good
what a
game
terrific
as well.
win. I had some friends who were there actually. What an amazing win. So huge congrats to them. And I know also you here for the watch along. So 2 watch alongs in
there you go.
Obviously one game significantly
the heat map
bigger
is
than
real.
The other. But
the AFTV heat map's real.
It is. And do you know what, you touched on something there, which is amongst all the end the season, it's been disappointing, and all the kind of feelings of frustration around it. And do you know what, I'm just going to say what it is, that this game feels a little bit of a slog for maybe some fans or maybe some players. You touched on a point there which is absolutely true, which is people just love watching football, and we're not going to get Premier League football till August now, and to a degree you just got to also just enjoy watching your team play. Arteta's 11, which we'll go through in a sec, suggests that even he sees this as very much give a run out to others and try a few different things. But ultimately, you kind of just want to enjoy watching your team play as well. Laurie, how are you feeling, mate? Final day of the season. We don't need to do the whole reflection stuff, but ultimately it's kind of the last one in what's been a largely disappointing 38 of this campaign.
Yeah, you know what? To touch on something that Marty said, I don't want to overinflate this, but the last game of the season is always tinged with a little bit of sadness for me, because you sort of get into the routine of watching games week in, week out, looking forward to watching your team, hoping that they're going to win. You know what I mean? You go through all the emotions as a fan, and then you get to the last game of the season, you think, wow, for the next couple of months, I'm not going to be doing this every week like I have been doing for the last how many months. So, so in that way, it's tinged with a little bit of sadness. But then having said that, I think this is going to be a big summer for Arsenal. We hope anyway. Certainly an interesting one. So I'm already kind of looking forward to August. 16th, is it?
And to literally tomorrow, that tomorrow, like you said, it should be such a big summer that you're thinking you're expecting a fast start. So let's see if Arsenal do act quickly. Turkish. It's fair to say you're not disappointed about the season ending.
It's ended a long time ago. This ain't.
Fair enough.
This ain't the end.
Fair enough. Do you still carry any going into this today? Are you just like, right, let's look forward? Or is there still a part of you that's going, but it really shouldn't have been this way?
Yeah, it shouldn't have been this way. That's not entitlement. That's just how long we've been waiting under a specific manager and process and whatever. It should have been ending with something by now. People could argue it should have ended with something the season before, let alone this season, in my opinion. Now push is coming to shove in terms of next season. There ain't nowhere to hide. So I mean, I know what Marty's saying. Love football, you miss it when it's gone, but this ain't a season I'm gonna miss. this ain't a season I forgot about it essentially already.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here about to watch Forest Chelsea, and Matisse watch-alongs live in front of me right now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just looking for maybe a Forest win, and maybe I can just have a little smile for 30 seconds before realising that it means nothing because we didn't do fuck all either.
Yeah.
But I mean, Southampton away, whatever. Nwaneri's starting, that's nice.
Well, let's go through the 11, which I did have in front of me, and now it's disappeared. Typical. Here we go. Rice starts in goal. Obviously, if we keep a clean sheet, he could win the Golden Glove. Partey, White, Kiwior and Tierney is the back four, so interesting that White's gone into centre-back. Calafiori hasn't made the squad. Whatever is wrong with him injury-wise, it's beyond frustrating, but okay, let's hope we can sort that through the summer. Tierney starts and gets his final start as an Arsenal player. We know he's leaving as his contract expires. Rice, Zinchenko and Marino could well be the midfield three, but some are feeling that it could actually be maybe Nwaneri in midfield with Marino up front, because Nwaneri is starting with Sterling and Martinelli as well. In fact, actually, guys, how do we think that's going to line up? Is it going to be Marino up front with... That's probably more likely, isn't it? Marino up front with Nwaneri in midfield. Yeah?
I think potentially he could play. It's going to be interesting to see whether he plays Nwaneri in the 10, and Sterling on the right.
Yeah.
And Martinelli on the left, and Marino up front. Yeah.
So the names are Rice, Zinchenko, Marino, Nwaneri, Sterling, Martinelli. Now, the way it's written here, and we can never really take that as much, it looks like it's Rice, Zinchenko, and Marino as a midfield three.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
But it could easily be Marino up front with Nwaneri playing in the 10/right 8, Zinchenko on the left 8, and then Sterling and Martinelli wide of Marino. I think he'll probably do that. I think he'll get Nwaneri playing some minutes centrally and get Marino up front. Why not?
Yeah.
You know, that's what he's been
although
playing.
the way it was presented in that caption, it's almost as if Sterling is playing up front.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean,
let's be honest, James. Whatever that formation is, then that team should be good enough to beat a very poor Southampton team, even though Southampton
12 points.
Yeah.
12 points all season.
That's one better than Derby's tally, isn't it?
Yeah. There you go. Derby were the worst ever Premier League team, and Southampton not far off of it.
And they actually celebrated that as well when they achieved that.
Who did?
Southampton.
Really?
Yeah, because they did that when they drew with City, didn't they?
I suppose you've got to have something to celebrate, haven't you?
Yeah.
Played well against City, to be fair.
They did. They defended well, and I suspect that that's what they'll do today, because I don't think they'll try and engage us, because they know they'll probably get battered, and they're not going to want to get battered in their final game of the season at home.
There you go.
So let's go to the state of play elsewhere, because, guys, I'm telling you right now, I will be paying more attention to the other games. Yes, we've got the game in front of us. Yes, we'll be reacting to what happens. But, I mean, Turkish is literally going to have the Forest Chelsea game in front of us too. We'll keep up to date with all the other scores as well. So, Bournemouth-Leicester. I think we'll look at the league table. I think Bournemouth is something to play for. Fulham versus City, Wolves versus Brentford, Forest versus Chelsea, United Villa, Southampton Arsenal, Newcastle Everton, Liverpool Palace, Ipswich West Ham, and Tottenham Brighton. Those are the games today on the final day of the season. If we look at the league table, with Man City on 68 points in third, Newcastle 66, Chelsea on 66, Villa on 66, and Forest all the way down in 7th on 65. So 1 point separates 4th and 7th. That's what they're all playing for, a spot in the top 5. Brighton, Brentford and Fulham are all on 58, 55 and 54. I think they are all in contention for getting that 8th spot. Brighton travel to Spurs, of course, just won the Europa League. If they lose, the goal difference is better for Brentford, so if they win, they could overtake them. Just realising here that Fulham actually can't overtake Brighton either. So yeah, and Bournemouth, no, Bournemouth is sitting 11th. So yeah, quite a lot going on, guys. Let's be honest, we do have an eye on that Champions League race. I mean, that's going to be exciting to keep an eye on throughout the day.
Yeah, I guess. Listen, I mean, we're second at the moment. I guess if we lost today, highly unlikely, and City won their game by 8 goals, which is even more unlikely, then City would overtake us in second place.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Well, they'd have to go to Fulham and do it.
Yeah. No, that's not going to happen. Neither of those scenarios.
Because I think there's a very real danger that 2 big clubs miss out today on Champions League football. Like, really, I think when you... Right, let's map out a scenario. If City lose at Fulham and remain on 68, but Newcastle, Chelsea and Villa all win, possible, City fall out the top 5. Chelsea, if they lose, but if Chelsea lose to Forest and everyone else kind of does their thing, then they miss out, having basically been in the top 5 all season. I mean, they were second at Christmas, I think.
Now, if Chelsea lose to Forest, that's it. They're out.
But we're...
Full stop.
Yeah, that's it. You're right. Yeah, that is it. Oh my word! Yeah, if they lose, that's that. Yeah, I mean it's all pretty captivating, to be fair. At least there's something on the final day to keep an eye on, because the relegation battle. I mean, normally you're talking about places 15th down to 18th, 19th, maybe on the final day. But United and Spurs are actually far enough from Leicester, who've been relegated on 25 points. Yeah. Damn, okay. It's got interesting. Turkish, your thoughts on the 11? I didn't really get your thoughts, but Waneri gets to start in midfield, it looks like. Or do you think he'll be out on the right?
I don't know. Can't really say. I probably think he is on the right.
What do you want to see?
What you said is actually probably better to see him into the 10 and then Mourinho up top.
Yeah.
Sterling and Martinelli either side.
Yeah.
See him centrally a bit. But because he hasn't been relied upon centrally at all, whether Odegaard's injured or Odegaard's not playing well, I'm going to assume he is on the right. But yeah, I mean, him just starting the game, it's about time. It's too little too late, but it's still something. And what are these rumours true that he hasn't signed yet and he has got a year left?
Waneri?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Or a couple of years to 1
year. No,
the rumours a few months ago was him and Lewis Skelly are about to sign, no? Didn't Lewis Skelly sign?
Yeah, there were. I don't think either have been confirmed.
Oh, okay.
I saw something on them too. Apparently, is Lewis Kelly on £900 a week? And Witty from Waneri is on £1,500 a week. I saw.
I genuinely have no idea, but I mean, maybe these guys were 17 going into the season. I mean, there's every chance. But I'm sure they'll be able to expect big increase at some point as the players make their way out on the pitch. On the contract stuff you were just saying,
their agents will have something to say about that. Their agents will have something to say about that.
It says 2030 for Waneri.
I'll say he has signed then.
Maybe.
I just don't remember seeing him sign, and then he came out the other day. Obviously socials is they run with anything.
There's Will Still.
I don't remember seeing it made official.
Is he?
Is he taking over?
Yeah. Southampton.
Arsenal bench, just a reminder, Neto, who didn't play a single minute of Premier League football, did he?
No, he done 90 in the Champions League.
Yeah.
And he had an absolute howler against
poor,
Girona.
Yeah. And that was quite a big game, because...
Yeah, it was.
We were... I think at that time we weren't definitely getting third place. Anyway, so Neto, Saka, Ødegaard, Trossard, Jorginho, Havertz, Henry Francis, Cabia and Lewis Skelly are the bench. So 2 youngsters there, Henry Francis and Cabia. I hope one of them can at least get an appearance. It'd be good to see, provided Arsenal are doing the job, but then does it really matter? Guys, who do you want to get those Champions League spots? Or who you really hope you miss out? Because the one thing I will say, I don't think they will. I think Newcastle will get it. But if they don't get it, if they do fall out the top 5, there is a question, and would it be us? I don't know, probably not. But there is a question about Isak's future there, and that could get a little bit interesting. Or is everyone just thinking, nah?
That's a good point. I think the thing is where they've won silverware, I think that does help retain his services for next season.
Yeah.
The thing with the Isak signing is his injury record hasn't been the greatest. And do we need to buy another player that's got an injury record like that, even if we were in for him? Just to put that out there as a bit of devil's advocate. But I think for me the Gyökeres signing is one that is a glaringly obvious fit. That if it doesn't work, then I couldn't see it not. His stats, assists and goals wise, phenomenal.
Yeah. And the players are just getting ready. I'm not sure what kind of 11 they're saying that is. Here on screen, they're saying that T&E centre back, but
okay.
I'd be amazed. I mean, it could no. Surely it's not T&E centre back with Partey in midfield.
Stranger things have happened.
Although it could be, because White, Kivior, T&E is like a back 3 on the ball.
It looks like he's playing Martinelli down the middle.
But then even that.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. Rice captains, by the way, guys. What do we think?
Yes.
Yeah, we were talking about that on the Starting 11 show. Many people would say that he's been the de facto captain in recent weeks anyway.
This is his audition,
so
isn't
he has really stepped up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Ødegaard might be looking over his shoulder and thinking, interesting. But yeah, it's good to see Declan captaining. I think he's a natural leader. He certainly plays like a leader on the pitch. So of those guys on the pitch today, he would be the standout candidate to get the captaincy. I was kind of thinking that they might give the captaincy, the armband to Tierney, given that it's his last game at the club today, and he's starting. But they've gone for Rice.
Yeah, fair enough. Got the game loaded in front of you, mate?
Yeah,
Forest.
they're still
Forest Chelsea.
must be a minute behind because
Yeah, probably will be a minute behind or something, but we'll keep an eye on all that. Got a couple super chats. TMA says, if City don't get Champions League, Haaland will leave them. I doubt that. But, well, no. I think, look at the way they've invested in January. I think they're making it clear that they want to kind of keep going. And of course, Kevin De Bruyne might be playing his last game for Man City. For Man City. Nico says, I pray Berta sells Havertz to Leverkusen. Call it Verts in, Verts out. Well, yeah, that's fair play. The other Verts obviously going to Liverpool. Anyone here disappointed that we weren't at least in the conversation for that player? I mean, I expressed that the other day. I don't think we'd have got him, but I just don't know why we're not a part of the conversations. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I kind of agree with you there. I mean, listen, I was saying in the Starting 11 show that this summer's transfers window is probably the most eagerly anticipated for a long, long time. Because as Arsenal fans, we're all looking to see who's coming in, who's going out. And let's be honest, it's going to be crucial to what we do next season. Last summer, the transfer window was very, how can I put it, unproductive. We simply cannot afford. I mean, I'm going to be straight up. If we don't have a really good transfer window this summer, then you can kiss goodbye to any major honours. It's as simple as that. Because we all know what the problems are. So unless the club address it, then you can, you know what I mean, pretty much write off any major honours next season. It's as simple as that. I don't know what you guys think, but to me, it's as simple as that.
We did just see Arteta sitting with Josh Kroenke, of course, because he's. By the way, they've got the lineup right. By the way, it is Tierney centre back. That's hilarious. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. We've also got a host of games in front of us. I've got Man United versus Villa here in front of me. Keeping an eye on that. There we go. Get the subtitles off. I saw us linked with Emi Martinez today.
What's that?
I saw us linked with Emi Martinez today. I'm being deadly serious. I know. But it's a.
I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to seeing Martinelli down the middle as well. Here, see what he can do.
Yeah. Well, at the moment, that's going to be a struggle to see.
yeah, it's very choppy at the moment, to say the least.
Yeah. Well, there's Martinelli with a header. Is Aaron Ramsdale starting goal for Southampton?
It's the Aaron Ramsdale derby.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron Ramsdale derby. Well, you could say that about Sheffield United, Bournemouth, Southampton and Arsenal. Yeah, just keeping an eye here, like I said, on Man United. Oh! No, United should have scored.
Who scored?
No, United should have scored. Mount just missed a great... It's a really good ball into the box. Yeah, Villa could have been in real trouble there. He's made a couple saves, Emi Martinez.
Can we have a look at this Arsenal one, because it's just too choppy at the moment.
James, Ben. I don't know if they're...
Do we know what time the just to digress while we're waiting for the pictures? Do we know what time the trophy list is tomorrow?
Yeah, so I've heard that everything's starting around 10 a.m. and then down at the Armoury, and then at 11:45 or 11:40, I believe the trophy lift is happening.
Okay. I'd imagine they'll get an excellent turnout.
Yeah,
down there tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's bank holiday, isn't it?
Do you know what? It was busy around there as well today.
Oh wow,
really busy around.
I've
the
seen
stadium.
lots of Arsenal shirts out today.
What's that?
Oh, sorry. What are you talking about? The Arsenal women, the Champions
Yeah,
League
well,
women?
just around the stadium today, it was really, really busy around by the stadium. There's a lot of people there in the Armoury, around the concourse and everything. So I'd imagine there'll be a really good turnout tomorrow.
It's bank holiday Monday, so
there you go. Perfect time to have it.
It is.
The quality of this United Villa game at the moment. Imagine if Villa sneak in. But like I said, I've got all the scores in front of me. We're just keeping on every kind of, Keep an eye on every game, on every update. This is the second time I've looked up at the screen to see how Arsenal are doing. What do you guys think of the system having Tierney centre back? Strange one, isn't it?
You can tell from the lineup it's just the last game of the season.
Yeah.
We ain't done shit.
Sling him out there.
It looks like they just wanted to get him on the pitch, right?
Yeah, basically. Which is probably something they should have done in between these Champions League
Should have
games.
scored
chance.
that. They should have scored.
So Zinchenko's left back. So the midfield then is Rice. Is it Rice, Marino, Partey?
Yep. In the middle.
Wow.
Marino, I don't know if you guys saw that, but a guy of his heading ability,
Well,
you'd
it's
expect
just an
him to be
opportunity,
scoring that. This picture is really bad. What's going on here?
United are playing quite well here. They've already had to. They might have made quite a few saves already. I'm just literally jumping from screen to screen.
Is it me, but are we seeing the return of the long throw now? It looks like every club has got a designated...
Rory Delap special.
I've just seen...
That was close, that header, wasn't it?
We've got one, Thomas Partey.
Yeah.
It looks like... I'm watching football towards the end of the season. Every club now, as soon as they get a throw-in, have you noticed it?
Well, go along.
Yeah, got a designated long thrower.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't mind it.
I don't mind it. I think it's good tactic.
Yeah, I think it's good to
Because
have
if you get
different
the
ways.
trajectory of the ball right, nice and flat but long, it does cause defenders a problem.
Yeah, and goalkeepers as well.
Yeah.
Putting it into certain areas where goalkeepers think, shall I come for that or shall I stay on my line? And the defenders think, has my goalkeeper got it? Or, and it can cause problems and people pop up and stick it in the back of the
Yeah,
net.
you
So.
look at throw-ins nowadays. It seems that every team has
Yeah.
got a designated long thrower.
The missile expert.
Yeah. That's obviously something that they've been working on in training. So.
I wonder what's next for Raheem Sterling, eh?
It's going to be interesting, isn't it? Where does he go from here?
Generally, I mean.
He signs a new deal with us, I think.
By the way, I actually think it is Marino up front, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is, with Waneri in midfield, which is good to see. Where does Sterling go now? Look, he's had a great career in England. Credit to him. It's been a shambolic loan spell. He hasn't done what he wanted to do at Chelsea. But what next for him? I suppose.
Well, let's be honest. It's been a
abroad,
pretty
maybe.
disastrous loan move as far as Arsenal goes.
Yeah.
But he'll be. I'm sure he'll think that he's still got some game time left in him, and I'm sure there'll be some suitors.
in the Premier League, though.
Maybe not in the Premier League. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe one of the clubs coming up might look at him and think, can get a tune out of him, even if it's not every week. But then are they going to be prepared to pay the wages?
I think he should go abroad.
I think so.
Just
I
go
think-
abroad, live somewhere else, enjoy your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a shambles at Arsenal, but he's had a really good career.
He has been a
Not
great
just
player in the Premier League.
The Premier League,
Yeah.
but for England as well.
But the thing is, I don't know whether he'd want to move abroad because he's got a massive house build on the go at the moment.
Has he?
Ascot, yeah. In Ascot, it's a £40 million house. So
40 mil.
Yeah, it's a big house. Yeah,
that's a
yeah,
hotel,
yeah.
man.
It's huge. It's absolutely ginormous. So,
You sure it's a house?
well, yeah, mansion, whatever you want to call it.
That's a hotel.
You know how they do nowadays. This lot millionaires that play football, and yeah, so he's got that. So I don't think he'd want to go abroad. So maybe staying
He's
local.
got a small family as well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Well, a young family.
yeah.
Young family.
I mean, Palace potentially could be an option for him, but then again, it's the wage. It's the sticking
Oh,
point.
that's nice by
isn't he?
Zinchenko. Shoot! Oh. That's
Oh,
the
I
Arsenal
didn't
curse. You see that passage of play there? That is something that we've been seeing all season, isn't it?
Yeah.
This time it was Partey, that refusal to shoot. Opting to pass when, there was an opportunity there to shoot first time.
Yeah, Rice ended up hitting it and just.
And that's one of the
yeah.
reasons why Declan Rice has stood out from a lot of those other guys. Because he's one of the few players in the team that is prepared to take it on.
Just pull the trigger, wouldn't he?
Palace are 1-0 up at Liverpool.
Really?
Yeah.
Who scored?
So.
Eze?
So,
Palace have got their trophy parade tomorrow as well.
Really?
Yeah, their FA Cup triumph. That was fantastic. Did you guys watch that?
I did. Great
The
game.
final.
Yeah.
I thought it was brilliant.
I thought it was awesome. Do you know what?
It was a really
that,
good final.
That for me depicts everything that the FA Cup is about. You know, they've come through. They've never won a trophy before. and then they go and pick that up against Man City and get nick the goal, and then they defended for their life throughout the whole game.
And that whole underdog story as well is what the FA Cup's built on, stories like that.
I know. Do you know what the craziest thing is? Is my father-in-law? He's a Crystal Palace supporter. He's had a season ticket for the last 55 years.
Wow.
So I mean, you say that. So he's gone every single game, every home game. Avid Crystal Palace fan. Anyway, so my mum booked a holiday last weekend. So he ended up missing the final.
Wow.
He must have been fuming. I mean, he didn't let on if he was, but imagine watching Crystal Palace for 55 years of your life.
Couldn't they put back the holiday?
60 years. He's 73, 75, and he's had it for 60 years. No, it didn't happen. He was on holiday, and the thing is I was going to have his ticket as well.
Oh, wow.
I bet he'd rather, and I know this is how the world works, but I bet he'd rather be on holiday and Palace win it than having gone.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
There you go. There is that.
There's that. Ultimately, they won it, and he'll be chuffed because of it. Just like I said, keep an eye on both games here. Yeah, Ahmad should have scored, man. They're looking quite bright, Man United, but of course they are, because there's nothing to play for, and they're ashamed after what happened.
So where do Manchester United go from now? Because they have got some serious problems at their club, haven't they? They've got a load of players which I don't think are just quite good enough. They've got a manager who's under severe criticism. They've just been beat. They've just actually beat themselves in the Europa final by scoring the goal for Spurs.
I don't know. You keep the biggest problem in terms of trying to get back to where they are isn't that they've just had this sort of shambolic season, and it is bad. But every team starts next season on 0 points. And if you're good in the market and you've got the right manager, and things can change quite quickly in football. The biggest problem is that they don't have any money.
This is what I mean.
They're in big trouble. But that's the big thing. People forget that.
Well, if they didn't have any money, how come they just bought Cunha? So they must have some money.
But I mean, they've had to fire a lot of people. They've had to do a lot of things that have been very unpopular with the fans, whether it be ticketing, whether it be staff, whether it be even taking people to the Europa League final. Because they're trying to cost cut in every way possible, and that will show itself in the market in some way. Whether it means Amram doesn't get his top target, he gets his third top target, or whatever it might be, I don't know.
They're going to have to let some players go. I mean, I would imagine the likes of Garnacho. I mean, he's pretty much talked his way out of the club. He'll go. Who else? There'll be a few others. Obviously, Rashford will probably go. Who else? They'll get good money for those two, I would have thought. Who else?
There seems to be quite a lot of interest in Garnacho for whatever reason. I mean, I'm not saying he's not a good player, but
he's a good player. He's a young player.
60 million is a doable fee.
Yeah.
I think
Rashford
Chelsea,
will
Napoli.
some money.
Here come Villa, by the way. I think this is Watkins, is it? Oh, he's picked out Morgan Rogers. McGinn. Oh, Marston should have hit it. Now it's gone to the back post again. Joe, it's been all United from what I've seen, but Villa had a really good sighted goal there. And they have to win. There's kind of no other way around it, really, for them. Here they go again. Is that Asensio? I can't read tell. It's so small on my phone.
I'm wondering, going back to United, if they'll sell Bruno, because that would seem.
I think they could. I think if that money.
They've got to do something because
he'll fetch a lot of money.
I just checked it, and their debt interest repayments, the interest on their debt, is £50 million a year, just for interest.
So
that's insane. Absolutely, that's crazy money.
Turkish, what's going on in this Forest-Chelsea game? I feel like we're on Soccer Saturday.
Yeah.
We've all got different games on.
Nothing much. Forest have had a couple corners.
Yeah.
One breakaway. Gibbs probably should have done better, but Reece James came back and made a good tackle. Chelsea are getting into it more, but 0-0.
What's your prediction for this? Do you think Chelsea will do it?
I think they will.
Yeah, I have a feeling they will.
But
well, Madueke's done well there.
yeah,
Good block.
Forest.
Yeah. Huge for Forest. I mean, so wait, if Forest win, Chelsea are out. But if Forest win, are Forest definitely in? Or do they need favours from?
Forest would be in.
But they would need Villa not to win as well. They need some results to go their way, I think.
Oh, yeah, because Villa are ahead of them now, isn't it?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
they
something
would
like that, yeah.
yeah, they would need another result or two to go their way. I was playing football this morning, guys. Why am I telling you this? Well, I'll get there. And I landed on my rib, well, with my elbow, and now I've got major sympathy for Jorginho. Now I get it, because I'll say, how long is it going to take? What's the, it's a rib injury. Should be no. Rib injuries are no joke,
Painful.
and breathing and talking hurts. So there we go. You guys can't see.
Even
'Cause
sleeping and that, if you have a proper rib injury, you have to sleep certain positions.
Well, I'm looking forward to that then, because honestly, when I say like, I haven't taken a deep breath for the last 4 hours.
What happened?
I just went in for a tackle and landed. Like, I landed, but
You went in for a tackle?
Yeah, there's a 50-50.
Sounds surprised.
No. Didn't mean what? You went in for a tackle? No, actually, you went in for a tackle and injured yourself.
Well, the ball was there. It's like a 50-50.
Yeah.
He got there first, but like leg out, so I kind of went over his leg.
Yeah.
And then I landed, like on my rib, but my arm had got in the way of the ground and my chest, or my ribs. Yeah. So yeah, there we go. I sympathise, and I'm sure
injury.
what I've got is nothing like what Jorginho had.
Hopefully, he can make
Set
this
piece
count.
for Arsenal.
Good delivery.
Good ball.
I think you guys are being a bit kind. Hit the first man, didn't it?
Maybe not the first man.
Here's Ramsdale playing out the back. So what happens to Ramsdale? Someone in the Premier League going to come pick him up?
That's tight.
West Ham.
Good defender.
Yeah. Do you know what? He's felt destined for West Ham for a while. I don't really know why.
Well, they do like taking.
Who's the goalkeeper there? Areola, isn't
Yeah, and they've got Flapianski, haven't they?
It's class from Martin.
Yeah, they are due a goalkeeper change, and I could definitely see him going there. They've taken a few of our goalkeepers over the time.
Could he go? Could he go to Chelsea?
I don't know.
No, it's fine.
Because their goalkeeper's not exactly.
Even if he did, even just doing
Sanchez is very sporadic, isn't he? He makes some great saves, but some of his decision making, his handling's very questionable.
I think it's pretty nailed on that Ramsdale will get a move. He won't be out.
Yeah. He's
He must do,
I don't think they
surely.
can afford his wages in the Championship either. So
Marte wins a corner.
but will they get? Because they paid about 30
Tottenham are
million
1-0
for
up
him.
against Brighton.
Do you reckon they'll get anywhere near that back for him?
He is an English player. He's young. It could be. Who the teams coming up? Leeds. Their goalkeeper's often been criticised. Mesnier, isn't it?
Yeah, he has.
So I could see him. He'll definitely get a Premier League club, I would have thought.
Solanke scored a pen, and Spurs are 1-0 up against Brighton, which is in the race for 8th.
I had to
Is
drive
something.
through that mob today on the way down there. Go on, Ethan. Shoot.
Didn't drop from.
Was that cross from Sterling?
Yeah, it was. It
Wow.
was dreadful, that.
He has
He's put
been.
us under severe pressure. By
Do you know
giving
when we
the ball
signed
away
him?
like
I
that.
had some hope, not a lot of hope. He's been worse than anything I could ever have imagined in terms of his performances. I'm being deadly serious.
That was a
Yeah.
poor. I mean,
Seriously, who was worse, him or Willian?
Who?
Sterling.
Him or Willian?
I agree with that. Trust me.
It's tight, isn't it?
Willian was dead.
It's
So he was better than Sterling.
no, Willian was worse. Right?
At least Willian had one game. Sterling hasn't had one
Yeah, but
game.
Sterling's had a couple of
No,
games
he
in the
has
cup.
not.
that
What
were
game
all
has Sterling had?
right. I think he had a couple of games in the cup that were half decent.
Bolton.
What?
And
No.
I think there was one. Wasn't there one?
No. He's
There was
never
one
had a
game where he got man of the match. Was that Champions League game?
Yeah, he did, but
Yes,
even that
yes,
was not. He wasn't man of the match.
Oh,
Corners defended, and Southampton will get.
but I mean, it's been pretty disastrous, and that so-called pass or cross or whatever that was kind of epitomises.
Sums his season
Yeah.
up. It really does. He's got the ball at times and looks like he's going to do something, and then he just runs to a dead end, gets tackled, kicks it off, loses possession. And
That's
it's
why
just
I was
been-
saying to you on the Start 11 show we did. I still don't know whether the confidence is shot to pieces or whether his just legs have gone as a footballer. I don't know.
Give your heads out.
Oh, that was.
I think.
Hang on, they're asking for a
they're gonna
penalty and
give
they've
a
got one.
penalty.
What?
No,
No.
give it a corner. But they're
I thought he
convinced-
pointed to the
they're
penalty
convinced
spot for a
it should be a
second.
penalty.
They're harassing the. Is he going to go to VAR? Let's have a look at this.
Aidan Heaven with some great defending on Ollie Watkins there.
Yes, penalty. That's
Oh,
a penalty.
Declan, man, that's a
What are you
bad
doing,
mistake.
Declan? He
To
knows
me, that's
it
a
and all.
penalty.
He knows it. He knows it.
That's a penalty for me.
Yeah, that is. His
Mboma.
hands in an unnatural position. They'll be all right.
And Mboma got his 20th goal of the season.
Wow.
Who?
In Mboma.
If we look, yeah, it's a penalty. It's going to be a penalty, isn't it? Let's be honest.
That is hands
he
in an
puts his hand
unnatural
up there.
position.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's an unnatural position.
No, but you know what's weird about that? If you look at that play again, he starts with his hand behind his back.
Guys,
Yeah,
you know,
Declan
He starts with his hands behind his back,
and then he goes like
he
that.
moves it. He
And
moves
lifts
it
up like that. What are you
Oh, he's got
doing?
away with it.
guys,
What?
I've got to be honest. I can see why they haven't given it.
Are you actually
I
serious?
think it probably is a pen.
That's a penalty.
But,
Wow.
but I
That is
don't-
a penalty.
I think he's trying to move out the way, and his arm is very close to his body. It's not out. Like
you just leave your arm there and go like
that's
that.
not natural. A ball's been fired at you. No one just swings like this. Normally, like kind
Yeah,
of
but
a
he's
straight line.
He brings his hand up like that.
But what
And
was
then he
interesting
moves.
about
I
that?
think that's him. I think that's probably right. It's so close to his body. I don't know. Maybe I'm being biased. Yeah, I don't
know, man.
really
I think
care,
if that was
to be
the other-
honest.
if that was at the other end of the ground. And it
Yeah,
was-
we'd all be calling
yeah.
for it. And that's a penalty.
I
mate.
said I think it probably
Yeah.
is, but I'm not surprised they haven't given it. I don't think that's that surprising, to be honest.
I think Southampton are unlucky there, if I'm honest with you.
Because
And
he started
Declan's
with his hands behind his back.
Do you know what the giveaway is as well? Is if you look at it afterwards, Declan knows he's like the reaction he gives is telling.
It's interesting because the referee on field did not give the penalty, so maybe they've decided that it wasn't clear and obvious for them to make.
Yeah, maybe.
You know what I mean?
City are 1-0 up.
Oh,
Who
well,
scored?
that's actually
Gundogan.
okay. So
Only
that's
they've only
not-
got to get 7 more.
Oh yeah, Arteta's in the stands, isn't he? Because
Yeah,
he picked
sent
up a booking. I think.
Yeah. So to be fair, that's not.
James, we
actually
didn't
bad.
ask you what you thought of the whole Sesko thing, because obviously you would have seen it yourself. Woke up yesterday and seen that Sesko now appears to be the front runner.
Yeah, but there's lots of conflicting rumours and reports. I have a feeling that with all the work the club's done, Sesko maybe is number one.
How do you feel about that?
Do you know what, Laurie? I honestly don't watch enough German and Portuguese league football. I don't watch enough football outside of the Premier League to have a genuinely strong opinion on it. I think Gyökeres' numbers are phenomenal. I think he's the win now striker. And actually what concerns me, even people whose opinions I trust who really rate Sesko are admitting that he's quite raw in some aspects. But what they're really trying to sell you is this guy will be, could he do something like Isak's done? Where there was a lot of feeling, there's a feeling he was raw when we were in for him in January 2021. And yes, a very, very good player, but...
Do you think that we've got the
years.
time though for a project?
I don't think we do.
Yeah.
But I
mean, listen, nothing is guaranteed, and it is football we're talking about, the top level. Martinelli has tried that same trick now 3 times in a row, and he's been dispossessed
about
every
70
time.
times a season.
So yeah, what I would say to that is, James, is yes, you're right. We don't truly know. You never will truly know. But what I would say is this: with Gyökeres, his goal scoring record. Listen, even if you take it
Gone. Oh, man.
Crossbar.
that's
Marina,
another. That's 2 now. He should
I
have
think he did
scored.
really well. He dragged it beyond the fullback, and with his left foot, clipped in a lovely ball to the back post from Marino's, headed onto the crossbar.
That's 2 now. He should have scored, if you ask me. Let's
Actually,
look at
good.
this
It's good for Martin. He did
again.
well
It
there.
is, yeah.
Well,
He should,
I
he
think
should be
Mourinho should probably
scoring
score
it.
that.
Should be scoring that, to be honest. He got
Yeah,
the
there's a
lead.
good chance. There's a good chance.
Right, yeah, so to go back to that Gyökeres-Sesko debate, listen, I'm sure Sesko is a very good player and will be a very good player. I'm sure he hasn't reached his ceiling yet. He's a lot younger than Gyökeres. Gyökeres, 26? Sesko's, early 20s? But in terms of what Arsenal require, we need someone who's going to hit the ground running. And if you look at the respective goal records of the 2 players, it's clear that Gyökeres is a more natural goal scorer.
It feels that way to me too. It does, it's about winning now, isn't it?
Here you go.
Exactly.
With the foul.
Like you say, it's about finding someone that is at the ceiling and then is going to smash through the ceiling next season at Arsenal Football Club. There is no, there's no time to. I don't think Arteta has a season to try, getting a player for the following season. We've done that with all of the players, and now we're sort of 6 years down the line with no trophies. Albeit the
Do you
football
know what I
clubs.
will say though? I do. If we sign Gyökeres, I'll be happy because of his numbers. I think it will show a degree of ambition. I don't think there's very few hotter strikers on the market right now, if any. I will say I do think there's an awkwardness about him. I don't know what it is. There's a
Gyökeres.
Yeah, he feels like when I'm watching him, it does feel sometimes like I'm watching someone who's just bigger and faster and stronger than everyone in his league. Do you know what I mean? And that's kind of a big part. But I don't. People ask about.
But isn't that the same with Sesko though? They're actually quite similar in that
But
regard.
Sesko actually, when you watch him in his best work, it's actually rarely because of his strength and his pace or his kind of physical stature. I mean, I think. But look, I'm no expert on the players. I'm really, really not. The bits I've watched, I think Gyökeres looks like the kind of I'll put the ball in the back of the net striker.
Oh,
that
this
we
is
need.
good.
That was
Yeah.
good from Martinelli. My inkling is that the club prefer Sesko.
Go on,
It wouldn't
go on.
surprise me if they pulled something else out.
Why not?
I don't know what that is. Like a Watkins, like an Mbemo.
It's rumoured, heavily rumoured today, certainly in the press, that Gyökeres has given an indication that he's going to stay at Lisbon. Shoot! Good shot!
Oh!
Part of the effort.
That was a good shot. Straight at Ramsdale though. Need a bit more on that.
Yeah, so that's going to be an interesting watch. I must say though, James, I was a little bit, well, more than a little bit disappointed when I learned that yesterday.
Learn what the Sesko's number one.
Yeah, because okay, so Sesko's got 13 goals this season, which isn't bad, obviously. But for what we need right now, I'm not sure if he's the man.
Well, I mean, if Havertz hadn't have been injured, he would have probably got those numbers. Do you know what I mean? Plus,
Yeah, quite possibly. Yeah.
and that's it. So I think we need a bit more than that. We need someone that's we need a 25 goal a season, 30 goal a season.
At least
man.
a 20.
Oh, United hit the post, and they're still going. Aiden Heaven might get his first goal, but he hasn't. And I think they've given an offside or something. I'm not sure.
That's the bit I'm missing about.
Yeah, they really, really are.
Because this one's still 0-0. Chelsea haven't really created a big chance, if I'm honest, nor Forest, but they do look the one that are with more intent.
Well, they have to, don't they? There's a lot of pressure on both these teams.
How many
Yeah.
goals has Mbeumo got this season, by the way? He must-
20.
Yeah.
Wow.
How many?
20.
Wow, that's good going.
I think
Would you
he's a
take
really
him
good
at
player.
Arsenal?
I would, but I don't know. I don't see where he naturally fits in. But I would, because I think he's quality. I think if he were right-footed, I'd be so excited about it. But maybe that's nothing to really worry about. I don't know. Forrest are knocking on the door here. Chelsea have had to
corner.
do some scrappy defending.
3-4 corners now for them. Go on, Chris, man. Get your head on one of them.
Here's Raheem. Loses the ball.
Mate.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Poor, isn't it? God, I can't lean back. These rib injuries are no joke.
No, not.
Jorginho, I can only apologise. That was me thinking you were going to start against PSG.
See, Mbeumo, he can play right wing or as a forward.
Yeah, left wing, I've got to say, he's barely played out there. I thought he might have done more across his career, but he hasn't. Always seen as a striker, as a right winger.
Mbeumo's got 20 and Visa's got 19.
Imagine they both hit 20 goals this season.
Yeah,
Brentford have
that's...
2,
Yeah,
hitting, basically 20. We'd like 1.
that's what I'm saying.
Southampton are in here.
Even Wolves got Cunha on 15 and Larson on 14.
Wow.
I'm telling you, even that Larson kid showed some bits this season, you know.
Strand Larson, yeah, he's
Yeah,
a good
like-
player.
In his first year, no? Or
Yeah.
Yeah. He came to Wolves with quite a good reputation as well. I remember when we played Wolves at the start of the season, speaking to a couple of Wolves fans, and they were bigging him up. Well, that's good. He's got round
Ben
him.
White's got done there.
Yeah, he got around him. Too easy.
Oh, man.
Oh, who's that who got the ball took off him?
Wanyeri.
But I think Partey under hit it too.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
should be doing better from there.
Yeah.
You got to hit the target.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, it should be back of the net.
That was on a plate there.
Arsenal caught napping there twice.
Story of Southampton's season. Struggled to put the ball in the back of the net.
Look,
That's
he,
a good chance for
Oh,
him.
Kivior, sorry, not Partey.
Wanyeri got caught napping.
Kivior.
And then
Look, mate, he had a free header
he
then.
did. Didn't even hit the target.
You're right about Villa messing about though. Every time I look down, it's United who are having a chance or having more of the ball.
Apparently, Amorim announced before the game that his after-match
Should played
speech
it.
will be an apology to the United fans.
Of course it will be. Yeah.
Actually getting up and doing that in front of 75,000 people.
Yeah.
That's a good cross. No one wants it. Go on.
Here's Vaneri. Back to Rice. He's looking sharp, Ethan.
Yeah, he is. Oh, look,
That's
that's
good.
lovely. Give. Go wide.
Go on, Tierney.
Tiniki's bombing up and down from centre back. It's quite a joke.
Oh, that's a poor
Poor
cross.
delivery. Poor delivery for Martinelli. You've got to do better with that.
Good touch, isn't he?
Usually goals are flying in on the last day of the season. Not this one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not this one.
Lots of 0-0s. Bournemouth, Leicester 0-0. Forest, Chelsea 0-0. United, Villa, Southampton, Arsenal, Newcastle, Everton, and Ipswich, West Ham are all 0-0.
Only 4 goals across
Right.
the 10 games. 35 in.
It's
And
from all the games.
And it's 4 goals in 4 games, so it's just a load of 1-0s. It's not like there's one game that's particularly lively at the moment. Well, with so much of the season decided, maybe
Oh.
the top 4 races down to just nerves.
Yeah, it's not exactly a lively,
A goal fest.
lively days.
Oh, that's a
football
good
in the
cross.
Premier League.
No one attacked it.
Go on.
Is Martinelli trying to keep it alive?
Buemo, yeah. When Buemo scored for Brentford.
Oh, that's a foul on Madueke, isn't it?
Yeah, he got yellow.
Yeah, rightly so.
Elliot Anderson.
Ishmael Sarr for the Palace.
He's a good player, he is.
Very good player. Palace have got some really good players.
Yeah,
Mateta's
yeah.
really come on. Eze, I think, is a fantastic player. Wouldn't mind seeing him at Arsenal.
Yeah,
He
definitely.
can change a game in a heartbeat.
It'll be interesting to see if they can keep hold of him.
I think there's going to be a few players
Yeah.
out. I think Eze will be one of them.
He was being linked with Tottenham a while back.
That's our centre back, KT.
He just put a really good cross in earlier, but no one
So he
attacked it.
does.
Where's Tierney off to then? Do we know?
I think Celtic. I hope Celtic.
Yeah, it sounds like he's going back there.
You'll win a couple of trophies or so
Yeah.
up there. Although they lost out yesterday, didn't they?
It's a shame because he had such a good start to his Arsenal career and he was such a decent player, and then injuries, long-term injuries.
Yeah. Keep yawning. I mean, injuries are a big part for KT, but he also was never what Arteta wanted from a
Yeah.
technical level, which I think is quite harsh. When you look at his ability to deliver a ball, I think there's a lot you could have got out of Tierney technically. I don't think he's a technically poor player, but I think it's more in tight spaces and doing a particular role that he needed his left back to do. You know, we've got 2 of them.
Yeah, he's more that fullback in the classic mould, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
mate.
poor. Oh,
But might fooled someone.
Bobbling around the box.
Oh.
Oh, Partey was so good.
what's he doing, Partey? There, he
Sterling
ran
put the
into-
tackle in.
Chelsea will be quite happy with 0-0 at the moment.
Yeah.
Everything's just kind of ticking away.
Forest haven't caused them a big threat, but one of these set pieces can just go the wrong way, and then Forest have got a good structure defensively. So
Yeah,
poor touch from Marino.
yeah, it was.
Oh, he sold him. Forgot Sterling was playing.
So he's still got the legs. Sterling.
There you go. Brilliant.
Still
That
got
guy,
the pace, but it's just the final
Or
product.
3-year deal.
Huh?
3-year deal.
A 3-year deal.
Make it.
Oh, don't.
Make it permanent.
Imagine that. Oh, they made the loan permanent. Oh.
No, that's never going to happen.
Yeah, well, you never know, do you? We need a goal or something here.
We need
do.
a load of goals across all these games to try and liven it all up. It is so quiet at the moment.
I know.
No real change in the league table. It just needs one of Villa or
Brighten it up.
Forest to
there must be
go
some
ahead.
interesting super chats or something coming in.
Oh, Turkish had a few from before, didn't it?
Oh, yeah, you go.
They was on the thing before.
Yeah.
I don't have them.
Have you still got them, James?
It was from the start in 11.
I can have a look.
There you go.
No, I can't find them. Where is it? No, I can't. I've only got this watch long. Sorry, guys. There were super chats we didn't get to last time. Apologies.
It's a dead end of the season so far.
Really dead end to the season, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of sums up this Premier League campaign a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Sort of waiting for it to kind of explode. I mean, you've literally got, wait, what is it? So, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. You've got 5 teams all battling out for the top 5. You'd think somewhat, but the thing is, I understand why Villa and Forest are being a bit tentative. It's tricky games for them. Forest are trying to beat Chelsea, who are a good side. Villa are at Old Trafford, which is never easy, although I appreciate this season's been easier than most. I can sort of see why, even though they need goals, they're not really flying out at these guys. God, look at how they're giving the ball away. A Forest goal would really wake things up.
We're not exactly fucking doing much either.
Nope.
Yeah.
Since Liverpool won the title, I don't think they've won a game, have they?
Nah, they must. Oh,
No, they haven't.
maybe they haven't. Not sure they'll care.
Well, Arnie Slot was in Ibiza, wasn't he? In Ocean
Yeah.
Beach. Do you see that? In Ocean Beach in Ibiza.
Was it Ibiza?
Yeah,
Can't say I blame.
yeah.
Looks like the players are still on the beach.
You see what Jurgen Klopp said about Trent?
Yeah, I did see that. With
What do you
interest.
think?
I thought his comments were fair, actually. Because I was at that game when he was getting the boos, and I must say, it did take me by surprise.
He's
Got
in.
him behind, and he's pretty
He
quick,
looks
this guy.
offside though, man.
Sterling's down, I think.
Did you notice that when he picked that ball up, not only did he outpace our guys, but the Southampton support wasn't there.
Yeah, no,
So
it
he held
wasn't.
the ball up, and there was no one to pass it to. Yeah, so James, I was at that game when we played Liverpool, where that booing was at its most intense.
What was that like? Was that really loud?
It was really loud.
Really?
Really loud.
Oh,
To the point where it did surprise me. I expected he was going to get a bit of stick, but not like that. And it was every time he touched the ball as well.
What's your stance on it?
Yeah, I'm kind of with Jurgen Klopp, to be honest. Obviously, I'm not a Liverpool fan, so I'm not as invested, and I'm sure Liverpool fans will tell you there's good reason for it. But I must say, it did surprise me how loud it was and how long it went on for.
Yeah. It went on for that long.
Oh, it was bad, man. Trust
He
me.
did have a bit of a howler when he came on. He played, was it Marino
Onside,
with
yeah.
the onside? Yeah, played him on, and then he
It
made a
could
couple
well have
mistakes, didn't
affected
he?
his concentration,
Yeah.
without a doubt. But yeah, listen, I was at the game obviously, and when we got in the ground early, when he came out for the warm-ups, he got a bit of a mixed reception. So I thought, okay, but when he came on during the game, it was loud.
They let him know.
They certainly
Let him know that he shouldn't have gone. He shouldn't be
let him
going
know
Real
for
Madrid.
real.
It is interesting. I did see what Klopp said, and he backing him up, and
Yeah.
it's a valid point. You know, he's been at the club for 20 years, and he's been a great.
Martinelli
great
switched
player.
wings, by
He's
the way.
won everything.
Fucking hell, man! Just stop crossing the ball.
Who?
Everyone. That's all we're doing. That is
But
all
the thing is,
we are doing.
We're crossing it to no good effect as well. Because
Yeah,
the
but
cross
just
has not been good.
every time around the box, around the box, around the box, are crossing.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
You'd love to see a 1-2.
Last game of the season, man.
I
Just
know.
do something. Just
Have a bit of fun with it. I agree.
What's he
So
trying to do?
pedestrian.
Just say we need someone to head the next season. Is this the plan for this?
Oh, is he
he on?
onside?
Oh, he's
He's
pulled that
on.
down. Brilliant. Oh, what a
Saved by
save.
Ramsdale.
What a save by
Oh,
Ramsdale.
that was beautiful. Through, straight through, over the top,
Yeah.
touch. Should have finished.
Who played the pass?
Refreshing, man.
Was that a good save by
Was it
Ramsdale
Tierney?
or a
Yeah,
poor?
fantastic.
Or was it?
Perfect as well. Martinelli, man.
Was it a
Come
poor
on,
effort
That's a
by
touch.
Martinelli?
He brings that down perfectly.
He shoots straight at him, doesn't
It's a good save, man. You're coming out 1-on-1.
he? Yeah, but look, it's straight to him. Look at it.
it's a good save. I know it's close to him, but he's come out. He's narrowed the angle well.
Yeah, listen, it will
he's
go
stood
down
up
as a
well.
good save.
Yeah, it's because he's come out just at the right time. If he stays on his line, that's in the back of the net. If he comes out too quickly, he risks fouling him. He's come out just right time, narrowed the angle well. Fair play to Ramsdale. It was a good save.
It was a good save, but there'll be
He got it right.
But there'll be a lot of people that saying he should be finishing.
Of course. He should have. Of course, it should be in the back of the net. But
Go on, have a shot.
Oh!
Unlucky.
Well
Well
He's a
played,
silly.
lads. Yeah, that's listen. We prefer that, don't we? as fans?
man.
I'd much rather that. I'd rather a rosette than somebody just F around. and
One
go past.
touch, beautiful effort.
Yeah,
it was good. Good effort.
I mean, the space opened up
Yeah,
for him.
deflection.
Trust yourself.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, that's great effort.
Corner.
So did Ramsdale get a touch on that then?
No, the defender got a flick on it.
Oh, okay. But that's just, as fans, that's what we want to see, right?
Yeah, man, just
Yeah.
mix it up a little.
Another corner coming in. No other goals to tell you about.
Oh, that's a good call.
Ramsdale punches out. Is one area. Good touch.
Great touch. So this will be Zinchenko's likely last game for Arsenal, isn't it?
I think it must be.
For him to go out.
I'd be amazed if it's not. But
There's a few
We thought that would
players
give you,
that'll be playing
didn't
their
we?
last game for Arsenal today. That's a good cross.
Yes!
Hey!
Come on!
Kieran Tierney, well
On his last
done.
game.
Kieran,
Go
come
on.
on.
Well done.
Signing off in style.
On his final game for Arsenal,
That
Kieran
was a
Tierney.
well-worked goal as well. This
was.
crossing,
That was good, just for half time.
Nice, Kieran.
Need that.
you can see.
Oh,
what the-
good for him.
Yeah,
Really
good on
good for him.
It's a great finish.
And if we all had to pick a goal scorer, we'd have all gone for Kieran Tierney.
Yeah,
As in,
yeah.
if we had to pick one we wanted.
that's what I was saying earlier. It's so unfortunate because he started so well, and just the injuries that he's had, and obviously Arteta not wanting him, as it were, as his ideal choice of defender. But it's great to see.
Ben White, good
Ryan
cross.
Martinelli did well.
Was
Yeah,
it Ben White, yeah?
Yeah,
He played the cross, yeah. Martinelli rolled it into him.
lovely
It's a
finish.
really good finish.
Oh, that's a striker's
Nice
finish.
finish.
It's a really
good.
well taken finish.
From centre back. Well, actually, we had a corner in it, so.
Oh, look how happy he is, man. Good on him.
I know.
Yeah.
Really
he
good
knows
on
this
him,
is his
man.
last game.
He's made up, isn't he?
Yeah, I think that will go down really well with
He's
the
had a
fans.
tough time, man. He's had a tough time
Yeah.
injury-wise, man.
Because he's a very popular player with the fans as well, isn't he?
I think we have everyone at the club. By the way, West Ham won it up at Ipswich.
Start getting some goals in.
Bowen.
Ward-Prowse.
Was it? Yeah. He was on loan at Forest, funny enough, earlier this season.
Ward-Prowse.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
I think he was, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he's fallen off a cliff, hasn't he?
Well, last season he started brilliantly for West Ham, but yeah, it did all fall away from him. I was really surprised they let him go on loan.
What I remember from Ward-Prowse this season was the way he was outpaced by David Raya.
Yeah, that was brilliant. You see literally David Raya pacing it down the pitch, and he was looking behind him. It was like
Did a
something
little
out of a comedy sketch.
I know, he did a little Cruyff turn as
Yeah,
well. in
it was
that, man.
brilliant.
He's a real character, Raya.
Yeah.
And another thing I've noticed about him, man, is I know a lot of goalkeepers are the same, but he's got next level agility. When you see that guy warming up before games, his routine that he does, seriously, he's a real athlete. He's a real athlete.
And his ability, when you talk about the agility, his second ball, saving second balls. He did it against Villa this
That's
season.
what I'm talking about, the agility.
And he did it against, was it at Atalanta? He saved that penalty, and then he's literally got all the way across the goal on one-handed and made that save. The double saves that he makes are phenomenal.
Well, that's down to his agility, the ability to go that way, spring up, go the other way. And you see him do it when they're doing their routines before the game. You see him doing that, you're thinking, wow.
Yeah.
And not only that, his distribution as well, with the ball with his feet.
Yeah.
Both feet as well. He's a very accomplished footballer.
He is.
You know what I was thinking?
Futsal.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
He did used to play futsal.
And I can imagine that when he was a young guy, he probably played a lot of outfield football and converted to goalkeeping quite late because he's got skills, man.
Very good goalkeeper.
Bill says.
Hope he can keep a clean sheet.
Sending off?
No, they're saying a bit of something between Hoyland and Martinez.
Oh, Martinez there looked like he took him out.
There's talk that Martinez is going to be off as well.
Yeah, he will be,
He'll be off in this game.
No.
Yes, he got the red. He got the red.
Wow.
Yeah.
I told you it was a red.
Well,
Last game for Villa.
Look, that is a red though. Look at the way he comes out.
Yeah, 100%.
What's he?
Crazy.
That's the Arsenal goalkeeper top.
No one will feel sorry for him. Oh, what's this? Southampton on the attack again. No, he got his feet tangled up. Good defending. Oh! They went to sleep.
Nearly an equaliser for Southampton.
Yeah, he can have no complaints there. Look at
Villa in big trouble here.
Yep, they messed up.
Super chat from Robbie. I'm sure it's not Robbie down at St Mary's. But thank you. He says, didn't try and keep Tierney for another 2 years at least. Scotland's first choice left back and great left back to go forward. He definitely gives us something in the squad we don't really have.
We should have kept him a year, and we had the option to extend it by a year, even if that means getting 10 mil from him from Celtic.
It's the half-time whistle.
Yeah, but then the club are gonna, if they come out with some bullshit about money, then who made that decision? Do you understand? That's a good player to have, good person in the dressing room, and/or that's 10 million.
Yeah,
easy. Do you get it? So why didn't we extend it for the extra year?
I know what you mean.
We were giving Eddie 100k a fucking week to
what
was it? Do you remember that era? The retained value era.
Yeah.
My god, them fucking tacticals on Twitter were going mad. Retained value here, retained value there. Fucking hell, how'd that value go?
What a way to end your Villa career.
Yeah. It's half time here, by the way. Southampton nil, Arsenal 1. Half time, we're leading. Thanks to Kieran Tierney's goal. Well taken finish. It was Ben White and Martin that combined down the right for White, whipped it into the box. And we've gone 1-0 up in a game that matters very little, but we still prefer to see us winning. Martinez has just been sent off, and I think, is that Olsen, the Villa backup keeper? He's going to come on. It's 0-0. Villa have to win if they've got any chance of getting Champions League football. Scores around the grounds at the moment. Bournemouth-Leicester is still going on with 4 minutes been added there, but it's nearly half time. City are 1-0 up at Fulham. Brentford are 1-0 up at Wolves. That's a big result for them. Forest 0, Chelsea 0. We've got it here in front of us too. Keep an eye on that. United 0-0, but again, they're going to blow the whistle soon after that red card. So that Arsenal winning, as we know. Newcastle 0, Everton 0 is an interesting one. But basically, with what's going on with, let me just refresh this. With what's going on with Villa they ran down at Old Trafford. I don't think Newcastle are in great danger of falling out. They would need 66. Okay, actually, they would need Forest to score. And they would need Forest and Villa to do that thing. I think Newcastle are feeling quite comfortable. What else have we got? Liverpool 0, Palace 1. Ismail Assar scored. West Ham 1-0 up against Ipswich and Tottenham 1-0 up at home against Brighton. Laura, I'm going to be back in 10 seconds. Can I leave you with the comments, you and Marty, just to chat through everything half-time wise? I can barely move with this. Have you ever had a rib injury?
Yes.
I've never had a rib injury, thank God.
Painful.
Oh, couldn't believe it. Literally, just after I was sort of saying about Jorginho, I was like, yeah, well, I was hoping he'd be back. Anyway, right, I'll be back in 2 seconds, guys. Bear with me. Turkish is away as well. We'll be back in a sec.
And then there was 2. What's that?
Said 1, 2, and
then there was 2. Left us to Man the ship all alone, Laurie. It's me
in
and
very
you.
capable hands, mate,
Yes.
if I may say so myself. Yeah, I'm just looking at that Emmy Martinez sending off. And,
Is that are they replaying that now?
yeah, and they can have no complaints, Villa, because he just literally comes out and just takes the man out. It was Hoyland.
Is this where it is high up the pitch?
No, I think they're still playing, actually.
Oh, they are still playing.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a absolute red card. Can have no complaints. You could see Unai Emery's face.
Yeah, well,
He wasn't too happy about it.
I mean, Martinez has been fantastic for him over the years. If I'm honest with you, he was a great acquisition from Arsenal. To be honest, when Arsenal sold Martinez, I was pretty gutted because then we bought in Leno.
That's right.
And I don't think Leno was, if I'm honest with you, anywhere near as good as Martinez. Martinez went on to win the World Cup. I think he won the Golden Glove as well.
Yeah.
And he's a good goalkeeper, but obviously on to pastures new now. And what a way to bow out and finish your Aston Villa career. So what are your thoughts on the first half, Laurie?
Arsenal deservedly in front. It's not been a great game. A couple of missed chances. I think Mourinho could have had a couple of goals. Martinelli had that excellent chance.
Yeah.
Spurned it. And even at the other end, Southampton have had a couple of chances as well. So it's been fairly eventful.
Yeah.
Maybe not the best in terms of quality, but I do think Arsenal deserve to be a goal up. And I, like you guys, happy for Kieran Tierney. I think that's a very popular goal scorer there. So yeah.
Right, I'm back. Bloody hell. Oh, it's no joke, a rib injury. Anyway, it's fine. Anyway, guys, I mean, we're 1-0 up. I'm glad Kieran Tierney scored. I think that's pretty much all I really wanted out of this, Laurie. Do you know what I mean? Just like for the players I kind of like and care about, who've given a lot to Arsenal, like Kieran Tierney.
It's the highlight of the game so far.
Yeah, basically. It's been a
It's a
really
well-taken
drab
goal as
game.
well, to be fair.
Why do you think these games, I mean, let's get scores in front of us. Why do you think the games have been so dead, really? I mean, there's not more than one goal in any of the last 10 games here.
Could it be a reflection of what we've seen all season?
But this is my thing. I felt that the game has been a little bit of a harder watch, personally, this season. I do think players are tired after things like the Euros. There's a Club World Cup coming. There's just been a lot of football, hasn't there? And I feel like that might be sort of playing catch up a little bit. Oh, thank you. Perfect. I've been given ibuprofen. Right, have that. But to be honest, I expected fireworks on this final day. I expected Villa to go at it at Old Trafford. I know they're a man down, that makes it difficult for them now. But United were the better team from what I was watching. Yeah. I expected Forest to really stick it on to Chelsea. I keep looking over at Turkish's screen. I can't say I'm seeing much of anything particularly eventful in that game. Forest have to win. Villa are doing them a favour, Forest, to be fair. But what else? Again, I need to get the Premier League table in front of me again. I need to remind myself what they need. So Villa, because Villa aren't winning at Old Trafford, a Forest win would simply put them into the top 5. Right. They've got to come out flying in this second half. Surely. Don't you think Forest must be thinking, Villa are down to 10 men at Old Trafford. A draw wouldn't be good enough anyway in this circumstance. Forest must be thinking, if we go and win this one game, we're playing Champions League football. That's huge. I mean, what more motivation do you need?
I think it comes down to the way that Forest play. They're one of those teams that the way they set up is that they normally give the other team the ball. Yeah. And then they will try and hit them on the counter. So it's kind of very hard to break with what you would normally do, especially in a game where there's so much jeopardy on it. So there's going to be a degree of caution inbuilt.
Do you think that's what it is? Do you think it's a caution? Do you think there's just a sense of we don't want to? Yeah, they don't want to find themselves sort of.
Yeah, I think that they've got a system of play that is tried and tested and works well for them. Yeah. And I think if you're Nuno anyway, you won't want to necessarily depart from that. I mean, I guess if there's 10 minutes to go and you need a goal, then obviously you will go against your instincts and throw a few men forward and change it up. But I think for now anyway, they will just try and keep it tight.
Look at this. Look at the chances that. So there was one Neto had, but look at that for Wood. I mean, that's a huge chance.
It's a great ball by.
I think they're going to. I know I expected a big final day, and we haven't got that. But I'd be amazed if we don't see a big second half of football across, many games now. Because look, Newcastle are fine, just about. But if Villa, Chelsea had a great chance at Forest. It's 0-0. Villa might find a goal at Old Trafford. Who knows? If Newcastle don't beat Everton, then they're falling out the top 5. So surely they've got to come with a little something at home to Everton in the second half. I don't think they'll leave it to chance. I mean, look at from 3rd
Newcastle
down to
home,
7th.
right?
There's 4 0-0s. Okay, one of them is Chelsea Forest. There's 3 0-0s. And Villa kind of know this is it as well. They're going to have to go for it, even with 10 men. But I sort of think they're quite spirited enough, and United are quite bad at the back. I think there's every chance they sort of find a way.
That's a poor error of judgment from Martinez, to be honest.
Yeah. So straight red for you.
Oh,
yeah.
100%. He literally came out and just took Hoyland out.
Yeah, it was poor. He was put in it by his defender, but he doesn't have to make that decision, does he?
No, a goalkeeper with that experience. And let's have it right. It's Rasmus Hoyland we're talking about.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee that he's going to go through and score.
Yeah.
So you would have thought that Martinez would have been cognizant of that. So poor from him.
We're talking about the race for 8th, and Brentford are leading at Wolves. Brighton are 1-0 down at Tottenham. But I was just having a look. They have had 9 shots to Tottenham's 3. But Spurs, a bit like the other night against Man United, just getting that crucial goal, and it looks like they're defending well on pure stats.
To be fair to Ange, a lot of people, myself included, were critical of him earlier in the season. Described Spurs as a bit of a one-trick pony with the high line, and Postecoglou was getting a lot of stick from pundits, observers, fans, even fans of his own club, saying that, look, where's the plan B? You can't just approach every game just throwing men forward and, you know what I mean, being negligent at the back. In recent weeks, he sought to address that, and not surprisingly, the results are picking up a little bit. So there's lessons to be learned there.
Of course we hate them because we're Arsenal fans, but I do think they defended well against United. Now, look, did United do much? No.
Yeah, they did. That was such a poor game. They almost won that cup by default, and I know that sounds a little bit...
Who?
Tottenham.
Oh, don't say that out loud.
They did win that cup. What, are you talking about Europa League?
Yeah,
they did win that by default. Man, you scored the goal for them.
Exactly, and not only that, United going forward were
They couldn't
awful.
even score their own goal to win the final, and that's the truth. They couldn't.
There was an element of that. It was such a poor game.
It was terrible.
I mean, that of the finals and the playoff games and all that. So that game on Wednesday was
some might say
the worst
without
game.
Kulusevski and Maddison, they found a way.
Yeah, well, they did, and I am kind of giving them credit for that. But I do agree with the big man here to my left. And why would you disagree with him? I mean, look at the size. I do agree with Marty that
if you don't, or else, that's it.
I do agree with Marty though. That, I mean, the goal that they scored. I mean, what was Onana doing there? First and foremost, the defending was awful, and then Onana basically throws it in. And then United on the day, even their own fans and manager will tell you, they were absolutely dreadful. But
But
Spurs
then
did capitalise.
so funny because they've come out lively here against Villa. I mean, Martez has had to make some big saves. I think they could easily have a goal or two in this game. Is there just something about playing without pressure, guys?
There is, and there's also. I think there's
like
also a lot of the United fans would have turned up today ready to let them have it.
Yeah.
So they
You
probably
think there's a little bit of a we owe you this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what? One thing that this first half has taught me,
Go for it.
and I say it like I've never watched football before, but I'm much more. I enjoy watching football a lot more when there's pressure on it and there's a lot at stake. That's when the stakes are higher. The football's more enjoyable in a way. It's you kind of in the back of your head. You kind of know you're playing for pride in this situation.
Yeah, true. But then let me flip this to you. By the way, lots of super chats coming. We're going to take them in just a sec. But I mean, let me just ask you what I just asked Laurie.
Go for it.
Why are we looking at a Premier League table in which Newcastle 0-0, Chelsea 0-0, Villa 0-0, and of course Forest in that same Chelsea game 0-0 as well. It's there for someone to grab it. You know, Newcastle are not. It's not all safe. It's not done and dusted for them. You know, looking here right now, they're on 67 points. That is level with Chelsea and Villa. There's every chance that Chelsea nick a goal at Forest. I've been looking here. They've had the best chance of the game, Chelsea. Yep. Forest might be a little bit nervous. Or Forest, Forest win, which is very possible. If one of Forest or Chelsea win, they go above Newcastle if Newcastle remain 0-0. And then they're hoping that Villa basically don't get the win they need at Old Trafford. And it looks like they won't with the red card, but you never know.
Honestly, I think for me the only logical explanation to that is there's an element of being on the beach, first halves. There's no coincidence that all of these
have Champions League football.
I know, but this is where a manager comes into play, and I think it takes for half time and a manager to sit his team down and put a rocket up their arse and let them know what time it is and what's at stake. And saying, listen, players need that. Everyone needs that in life. And that time to reset and say, listen, we can get Champions League football here. Don't take your eye off the prize. I know you're on the beach. I know you think the season's done, but it's not. There's a lot at stake here. And sometimes that conversation needs to be had, because it would suggest that all of these games are 0-0. It's very surprising that, with the amount of Premier League games, you see goals going in. The amount of times we're doing a watch along and we're looking at other scores, and very rarely it's like that. So
I think they're nervous. I think Forest. I think Chelsea are probably, from the little bit I've seen, probably playing it quite sensibly. They know a draw should do it. Well, actually,
also, I think as well, a lot of these teams have been super inconsistent this season as well.
Well, that's true.
That is another thing, that you've got to factor in is when you're talking about Chelsea. This Chelsea team, I've seen them play and they've been absolutely fantastic. I think early on in the season, I think they were 4-0 up against Newcastle at half-time in one game where Palmer scored all 4 goals. But I've seen them also being absolutely diabolical. So there's a lot like Nottingham Forest. I've seen Nottingham Forest be fantastic, but I've also seen them be absolutely terrible. So it's
well, the second half's kicked off for Arsenal.
Yeah, as indeed.
And others are shortly behind, if not have just kicked off. Let's go through super chats. Mike Oliver's missus said James has stayed off the sauce. Hair looking good, mate. Thank you. What does that mean? Off the sauce? What does that mean?
Off the sauce?
Yeah.
Well, it's the alcohol.
Oh, right.
Do you not know what off the sauce is?
Well, I thought so, but why is that? Why? Also, that's not true. I've been drinking loads. Why does that help? Does it help?
What, with your hair?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought maybe you just styled it well this morning. I mean, it looks pretty good, James.
I'm just growing it. I'm growing production. Go on,
That's it.
Just growing it out. I mean, I've got to hide the.
What's the theory behind this style that you're going for? I mean, is this you just growing it out? We going along with it, or
something different? I don't really know. Yeah, basically.
Just whatever.
Also, just bring it forward.
Bring it forward.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks good, James. Very sharp.
I appreciate it. And thank you to Michael Oliver's missus. Appreciate it a lot.
Do you know what? That's one thing that this season I've seen is some of the names and some of the super chats have been so entertaining.
No, there are some good ones.
Yeah, what was the one? It was was it a farmer or something like that? This guy that kept coming in. I can't remember what game it was. It was a few months ago, and he kept on coming in with it, and it was just most obscure, random super chats, and they were hilarious.
Honestly, can't remember, but maybe they'll pop up in the comments. We'll keep an eye. Sir says, genuine happiness after scoring. Shame our manager doesn't like his style. He's talking about Tierney, even though he's our best pure left defender and crosser on the team. That when all we do is cross. It's a fair point. For a team that cross loads, why would you not have your best crosser in Kieran Tierney on the pitch for it? Yeah. Not Arteta out or in, but his decisions truly are baffling. There are things I question too, I agree. Ronald Arsenal says Tierney has done nothing wrong but his injuries. We should have kept him for at least a year. He has more goals than Sterling. We need Victor Gyökeres, hashtag come on you Gunners. Nino says thoughts on Wirtz and Liverpool after winning the league. Liverpool have made a lightning start to this window. They've replaced Trent with Frimpong immediately. They've got Kirkes looking like he'll probably come in, and now the Wirtz deal is sort of all being discussed. It's a lightning start, and you know what they've... Look, you don't replace Trent, in my opinion. You get a different player, but you don't replace him. So is Frimpong a different player? Maybe. He's certainly a player that, you know, people are excited about. Though, like I said, different type. He's more of a wing back, isn't he? But interesting to see how he does at full back. Kirkes, I think, has been brilliant in the league. I think that's a typical Liverpool signing. That wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. And Wirtz gives them something in midfield they never had, which is like genuine creativity and sort of really high numbers, high output in the final third. And I think Szoboszlai is a runner and can do things in the final third. McAllister and Gravenberch are class in their own right. But Wirtz he's a really good fit into that team, and I think he can actually play with almost all the midfielders they already have. Yeah. So I'm really annoyed we're not even involved in this, and we're not even just knocking on the door and going, you know, would you be interested? And maybe we have, and it's just not being reported, or no one knows. But I just think a player as good as Wirtz, when we literally need that skill set, it's disappointing not to be in the conversation. I don't, and there's other 10s on the market, sure, but I'm not. There's no other Wirtz. Like there's one, and Liverpool are getting him, and fair play to them for it.
Yeah.
Here come Southampton, and they're going to get a shot away. Oh, he's offside, surely. No, corner.
Does anyone like me think we got a bit fortunate with that Declan Rice incident? Because I thought that was a penalty. Man.
I really do.
I know James is.
Like I said, I thought it was a handball personally.
I thought that was nailed on, man.
Yeah. I could understand why they didn't give it.
And the reason why I say that, James, is because if you look at the run of play, initially when Declan Rice comes out to confront the player, right, he's got his hands behind his back. When the guy shoots, he actually moves his hands into what I would call an unnatural position. I know the guy fired the ball straight at him, but
I'm completely with you on that, Laurie.
I think he's quite fortunate.
I think you're spot on with your assessment there. I think he moves his hand up into an unnatural position.
Good pace. Look at that.
Go on,
Sterling
finish it.
actually played a good ball.
No, he's not going to, is he?
He's taken it all the way.
Oh man.
Well done. Showed some real.
Lots of support around him there, wasn't there? Lots of help.
Yeah, loads.
Everyone rushing to get over to give Martinelli a hand.
But you know what? It's probably hard to keep up with him. Look at this. Look at the pace he shows there. Look.
Sterling didn't want to. He was on the floor again.
Look at that. It was good defending from the guy that was come back there.
Nottingham Forest win this game and you're in the Champions League. Villa are down to 10 men. Newcastle is there's nothing there to think about.
Sterling. No, that was a foul, to be fair.
Oh, he just loves getting on the floor, doesn't he? He does.
I remember watching Martinelli, because obviously when you go to the games you appreciate how quick these guys are. You get a better appreciation of it, and he's rapid, man. Martinelli.
He is.
More often than not, he's probably the quickest player on the pitch.
It's just sometimes when he runs with his head down and doesn't look up.
As quick guys tend to do.
I know.
Do you know one thing I'll say about Martinelli's pace, though? I think off the ball, he's really quick.
Yeah.
I don't think he actually carries with great pace, if I'm honest. No. When I watch him, and I said something for Forever Arsenal, I got a bit of heat for in the comments. I said, I don't think he's got blistering pace. And people are like, what are you talking about? Of course he does. Okay, maybe he does, like I said, off the ball. But we don't really play for runs off the ball for a Martinelli or a Saka. We give the ball to their feet and expect them to do something. No, I actually think Saka can carry the ball quite quickly. Yeah. I don't think he always chooses to, but I think he can. I think Martinelli generally actually struggles to carry the ball at real pace.
Yeah.
And I think that's something we need to add, whether it be in a Rodrigo or whoever. Someone who, when they get the ball and they are running with it, there's still that kind of momentum and threat with them as they run. You agree with that?
I do.
On the pre-match, I asked Turkish and Laurie this question. James, 3 players that you want to bring to Arsenal Football Club. Or go.
Realistic, like that we're kind of linked with, or?
Yeah, 3 players that you want to say,
Like obvious one is Isak.
Yeah.
That's good football.
No.
Yeah. Basically, I would go and spend 130 to 150 on Isak this summer.
Wow.
I would do it.
blow the budget to
Yeah.
smithereens.
Oh.
Oh, Ramsdale
Ranieri.
spilling it.
Yeah.
I would.
So you said free.
Because I have concerns, even with Gyökeres, but I prefer him to Sesko. So yeah, Isak. 3. It's got to be then a left winger and a 10, assuming Zubimendi's done.
Right. No, include Zubimendi in this if that's the player you want.
Okay, I'd do Isak.
Yeah.
I do think we need Zubimendi.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
So I would do that.
Yeah, silly foul on the edge of the box by Rice.
And do you know what? I'd get a 10 over a left winger, and it would have been Wirtz. Oh, United lead against Villa. Rasmus Højlund.
Does he actually score?
Oh, is he offside? He's offside.
He's always offside.
He is.
Doesn't know how to read the game.
Does Rice need to do that there? Look at this. Look. Does he need to do that?
Is it?
No.
Rash, isn't
Yeah, Højlund's off. The third.
He'll be out of there this summer.
I still.
Højlund.
Do you reckon?
Okay, this is completely. We're never going to sign Isak and Rodrigo in one window, but obviously those are the players I'm looking at. Do you know what? I'd love to see what Kudus would cost.
Okay.
I would. I'd still like to explore that.
Chelsea scored.
Chelsea have scored.
That should be it then.
They lead at
Who
Forest.
scored for him?
That's a huge goal.
So it's on Raya to keep this out, to keep the Golden Glove.
Colwell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, still in. So for Sells, the Golden Glove is, well, potentially out the window. So it'll either be shared, or if Raya keeps a clean sheet, it'll be his, which I would like to see.
Yeah, I would like to see that, especially as I've given him my player of the season for
Yeah,
Arsenal.
there you go.
Huge
Be a
goal
very
for Chelsea.
Valid player of the season.
That's it now. Forest have to come flying out.
What's Bruno moaning about?
Not sure. Maybe the disallowed goal. I don't know.
He's probably saying that idiot.
That is huge for Chelsea.
Who scored for Chelsea?
Colwell.
Who?
Colwell.
And they're coming forward again. Madueke.
Straight into the.
Oh.
Oh, that's.
Just caught it between his feet.
Oh.
They're still
Oh,
going
oh,
in.
Oh, no.
Oh, don't foul him. Good save.
Good save. Well played, Raya. Fuming with his.
Yeah, so he should be. There's
I know.
that guy
Just let him
drifted
run
past about
through.
3 of them.
No.
Brighton have equalised at Tottenham, and
Look at him.
Ipswich are 1-1 with
Did you
West
see
Ham.
that dive there?
That Brighton
Did you
one's
see
important, you
when
know.
he flew himself down like he'd been
What?
shot.
Because Chelsea are making Europe, so the one European place drops down to 8th, and Brentford winning put them on level points,
save.
better goal difference than
Right.
Brighton in
That's what I'm
8th. But
saying
now
about
the
Raya
draw
being
puts
player of
Brighton
the
ahead
season,
by
man.
1 point.
Yeah,
So it's going to be Conference League for one of them
yeah.
if Brighton hold on to something.
He steps up at big moments.
Oh, he
Oh
scored.
man!
1-1.
Really? Are you serious? Are you actually serious? Oh mate,
Damn, that's a poor goal to give away.
terrible.
That's
1-1 with Southampton, one of the worst ever Premier League teams. And it's
So is that
1-1.
the Golden Glove shared?
Yeah,
Right.
it's now shared. Yeah, that's it.
I'm gonna be pissed about that,
You
right?
see Rishi Sunak.
As I just said it. As I
Rishi
just said
Sunak,
it.
Yeah. Well, at least they'll get a share of it.
He needs to get something.
How is he allowed to just drift in there and
Set
score
piece.
like that?
Another one.
He's
Yeah.
beaten Kivior
And
and Marino
Marino.
there. Kivior and Marino. Look.
I think it's more.
To be fair, Ranieri was on him.
1-1. Here
Wow.
comes Neto.
1-1.
Oh, that's good from Neto. What have Forest got in them now? Doesn't look like that. Doesn't look like a lot, to be honest. Every day, think have they Turkish again?
No. They probed, but
Both goal scorers are Scottish.
West Ham are back ahead at Ipswich. So, what
Can't
does
see
this
game
mean?
in 1-1, to be honest.
No, I don't think it will.
So Chelsea.
What this means is Chelsea have gone up to 4th as things stand, and if Villa were to find a goal at Old Trafford, they'd go above Newcastle, who still aren't beating Everton. Emi Martinez, you've absolutely screwed your team there. Oh, and they've just clipped the post. Who is that?
Who has
Who was
United?
that? Yeah, Casemiro. It's a lovely effort. Oh, fair play. Do you know what? Villa don't even look like scoring. They don't even look like scoring.
Oh, lovely
Good ball.
ball.
That's it. Go on.
Oh my word, it's cleared off the line.
That get cleared.
Great little intricate play between
White
Wanyeri
again.
and Ben White. You see that ball from Wanyeri? The way he just
Decent, man. It's a good ball.
should have scored from there. Look at this from Wanyeri. Lovely play.
Ben White. That's
Holds it
what he
up
does.
really well and then
Look at
just
this.
pop.
More of
Look at that,
next
bro.
season.
Oh,
Do you know
look at
what?
Perfect timing.
How did Martinelli not score that?
He missed it.
How did
Wait,
Declan?
he didn't miss
it's
it.
all got hit at Declan Rice, to be fair.
I
No,
can't say.
Martinelli I'm talking about.
Yeah,
How did he
yeah.
not?
Don't know. It's great to see that Wanyeri has that pass in him. You're right to point that out.
Yeah,
Ryan.
I mean, that
Because
is-
when we talk about replacing Erdegaard, we're looking for someone who can do more in the final third at times. To have that pass in him.
he's a player, man. Trust
Yeah.
me.
Empty seats.
Fullback
Shoot!
Zinchenko. Oh, do you know what? He took a split second too long there, didn't he?
yeah.
Don't stop playing.
Don't
Come
stop.
on, keep playing.
It's not a head injury. Keep going.
Oh,
Go on,
go
go on.
hit it.
Go on. Oh,
Unlucky.
Yeah, don't mind him trying that.
see the players still down. It's not a head injury, man.
Well, actually, but he's claiming it is. Yeah, I actually think it is.
Is it?
Yeah, is that blood on his hand?
Doesn't look-
I don't know. Got slapped on.
Where did he get that then? Because the ball didn't.
I think, was it from his mouth?
Zinchenko.
Here.
It's not
Oh,
a head
no.
injury.
Oh,
Did-
wow.
He hit his head.
Yeah.
When he looked.
Yeah, there. Oh. No, that can hurt, man.
Must
Your
have,
head
'cause
snaps back
he tried
like
to get
that.
up.
Oh.
He tried to get up and then he did feel it. So it's definitely not.
Okay, it was a head injury, to be fair. So, bad. But that should have been communicated to the refs. They could stop it. Oh, United are in. Hoyland, open goal, and he did nothing.
What?
Being deadly serious. Look at this.
Well, it is Hoyland you're talking about.
Can you see it's Turkish?
Rasmus.
Look at this. I give it away here, Villa. Okay.
Oh my god.
God. He's so
Class,
poor,
man.
bro.
Class player.
Trashmus Hoyland.
He's awful.
Yeah, he's not had a good time, has he? Let's be honest.
As far as slander games.
Hog buy.
But he cost quite a bit. Didn't he come from Milan?
60 million, I think. 70 million.
Yeah, he weren't cheap. No, I don't think it was Milan. I think it was.
No, Atalanta.
Yeah.
Atalanta, sorry, yeah.
Didn't even have a good record in Italy. His numbers weren't good.
I know, they bought him on potential.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying about Sesko.
Yeah, I hear. Do you know what? I hear that.
You know what I'm saying? You buy a man on potential, man. Two Scotsmen having a conversation.
See, the Villa fans really trying to urge them on. I mean, they're right.
Looks a bit lively, that guy, though. Camel Bean.
Yeah,
Southampton
Suleiman.
guy.
Signed him on Football Manager a few times. Good player.
Huh?
I've signed him on Football Manager a few
Oh,
times.
really? It's quick,
a
isn't he?
couple of years ago. Because he actually came to the Premier League about 2 years ago.
Oh my.
What a big chance for Wood.
Was it offside? Because if it was offside.
Here we
But
go.
he's still, man. Like, yeah.
Bringing on the cavalry.
Saka.
Oh, they've got it wrong again. Villa are shambles. Absolute shambles today. And Hoyland's shot goes straight to the keeper.
He's coming off
Wow.
then.
What is
Saka and
Martin
Trossard
doing?
on.
What is he doing?
For Sterling. Saka for Sterling. Mate, see you later, Sterling. just go.
I forgot he was playing.
Same.
After
Yeah.
Yeah. Tierney's off for Trossard. So what does that mean? That means probably Partey goes to right back.
Saka's.
Oh. Is that normal to give the armband to the player who's more senior than you when they come on?
No.
So what do you think? Rice just wanted to do that?
I don't know what that's about, if I'm honest. Well, it is what it is.
T&Cs coming off.
This is so interesting for Forest now, because they're typically a more counter-attacking side. What have they got in terms of build-up and breaking down of the team?
I wonder if he'll be there next season. Trossard.
I'm sure he will.
Apparently they're close to agreeing a new contract.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's that? Apparently.
Sammy Watbell said that Arsenal and Trossard are close to a new contract. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I don't think I feel good about it.
I was kind of thinking he might go as well.
He has popped up and scored some important goals for us.
Yeah, he's a good
Just
player.
stay
He's a
this
good
1
player.
year and that's it. See out your last year and that's it.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
I want to see Saka and Ranieri link up a bit, to be honest.
James with the super chat says Arsenal are the tortoises of transfers. Get Gyökeres. And Steve says it's like Ryan knew Chelsea had scored. Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Forest and Palace have scored more set pieces than us this season.
Really?
That's why it just came up there.
Oh, Nico Jova.
I wonder who's there. Who's there for set piece coaches?
Jova's brothers.
I.e., you don't have a clue, as it should be.
Another chance for United, and they've absolutely skied it. What are Villa doing? I know they're down to 10 men, but this is so bad. They've been shocking all game.
What is the score in that game?
0-0. You should be 4-0 up. Oh.
Exhilarating stuff here on the final day.
Don't make me laugh.
We're keeping you up to date with all of the goals going in across the Premier League.
Oh, God. It is dire, isn't it? Come on, Premier League. Give us something.
No.
Give us something. Give us some drama. A Villa goal would wake things up. But no, I'm just looking around. Nothing else is
Brighton
really
have scored
changed.
2-1.
Okay, wow. So they're going to nick 8th back off Brentford.
He scored for them.
Hinshaw got them back in it. Second goal scorer hasn't popped up yet.
Can't even lean back. Oh.
I'm
Right,
telling you, you're going to have to sleep in certain
Oh,
rooms.
that's good.
Ball. Oh.
Great ball. Shoot.
Hinshaw with again 2 goals for him.
Wow.
He scored against City as well, didn't he? In the week.
It's a decent ball from City.
Why are we 1-1 with Southampton in this game? Really?
Do we care that?
Yeah, I do care. Yeah, I
Why?
do. Why? Because
Why
they're
do
one
we
of the
care?
worst ever Premier League teams, and we're 1-1 with them.
I know, but we're on the beach with a rotating
Shouldn't be.
11 and-
You should be. You've got to be professional about this.
Yeah, you're right. You are right, but I'm not.
Shouldn't be on the beach.
Listen,
Should be-
listen,
Yeah.
you pay me what they get paid, and I'll tell you what, I'd be a hell of a lot more professional about that, and I'd want to get the job done and get a decent result.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't think that's really an excuse. We're on.
No, I'm not saying it's an excuse. I'm saying it's a reason.
Yeah, no, I get it. I do get it, but nah. This game needs to be won.
We've got a goal on the review for Bournemouth against Leicester. How will that shake up the Premier League table? Let's have a look. Bournemouth currently in 11th with 54 points. If that goal gets given, they'll be 57 points ahead of Palace, putting them 10th. This is my application for Sky or TNT or CBS
Soccer
or something.
Saturday.
Oh,
Go on, it. Finish it.
Oh, I actually struck it
That
well.
was a good block.
Oh,
That's a good block.
I can't even laugh properly. That's why I'm doing that silent laugh thing. Oh, it hurts. Oh,
No! Oh!
Oh, here we go.
oh.
As soon as he did that, I said, nah, he should have headed it the other way.
Catch Turkish on Soccer Saturday soon.
Yeah.
Just give me that earpiece.
In
Chef
the
Stelling
end,
in the
he
game.
done well with that because he managed to get just enough length on the ball for Ryder to come out. But initially I was like, no, don't do that. Go the other way.
Right, done well to.
He did.
Get-
Like, you
come
know
out
him
and get
already.
that.
So quick off his line.
He is.
Oh, lovely by Saka. Oh, keep going. Must be. Oh, he should have passed it.
Yeah, he went for a shot there, didn't he? How would that shake up the Premier League table?
That was a foul, to be honest.
It was just straight through.
We've
the
got a
back of it.
goal under review here. What's this? The cup final or something?
Yeah,
Oh, right. Is it live?
yeah. 10 minutes in.
Benfica Sporting. How's your quiz?
Yeah, he's just there. 10 minutes.
He's just there.
I ain't got an update on him yet.
That was a
Okay,
goal
well,
saving.
keep us
blow.
up to date, man.
I know it was.
If you could come in with real-time updates, bro, that'd be.
No
Where
problem, man.
is
I'll be
Zinchenko
bored.
likely
There
to be
you are.
headed?
Oh, go on, Villa.
Where's Zinchenko going?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Does anyone
Go
know
on.
where Zinchenko's off to?
No idea, but Atletico and Dortmund wanted him.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Atletico Madrid, yeah.
Yeah, which
He could
surprised
do a
me.
job there.
Yeah, that surprises me as well because he ain't the most defensively minded player.
Well, they've got Conor Gallagher there, haven't they? Maybe they want to increase their attacking options in midfield. All right, let's.
What do you reckon Simeone would play him as a midfielder? Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can play him up two positions, really.
Oh God, I mean you're.
I know, but for Simeone, who's so defensively
Oh.
minded,
Oh,
Beautiful.
Lovely
turn.
goal.
on it.
he takes that extra touch that's not needed.
Everton have gone a goal up.
Wow.
So that means Newcastle are now out of the top 5.
Really? Well,
Oh
they're sixth.
my
They are 6th.
word. Now we got something happening.
They are 6th. Aston
Havertz is
Villa,
on. I'll tell you
a
that's
man
what's
down.
happening.
So Villa hold on. Oh, they're in. They're in. Oh, Ollie Watkins, what you done, mate? What you do? You're offside. Oh.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, definitely off. That was poor. Where's he going?
18 for 49.
That is a huge goal at St James's Park.
Who scored it?
Alcaraz.
Not your man Brozier, no?
No, man.
How many goals he got this season, by the way? Your guy Brozier.
Why do you keep on saying my guy? I don't tell you to back Nick Nketiah and Sterling and all
How
these
many
people.
goals
So,
has Eddie got?
so
Let's
when
have a
they
look.
leave you
Let's
in the
have a
shit,
look.
yeah,
Scored 3 or 4.
don't
let's
come
have
to
a
me.
look at
Don't
Eddie's
come to
goals
me
this
about.
What, in the Prem or all comps?
Yeah.
I think he's got 3 or 4 in the
Yeah,
Prem.
which is 3 more than Brozier.
Hey, God, I mean that.
Arsenal bringing
Oh.
Havertz and Lewis
So now
Skelly on
this
for
United Villa
Martinelli.
game's just got huge.
For Martinelli.
I thought we were just kind of coasting to the
Zinchenko.
end, but that goal will filter through, and now they'll know that they just need a point. Oh, what's going on here? Nothing.
Brozier, you'll be surprised to learn, or maybe not so, Turkish, he's got diddly squat. He has got 1 yellow card, though.
That's good. Don't know why you're telling me about Brozier, I'll be honest.
That's your guy, the one that you were saying is
it?
better than Eddie.
Did I dance to him like you danced to Sterling? Did I dance to him like you danced
No.
to Sterling?
The argument was me and
There
you
is no-
had
there
was
is no
Nketiah and Brozier.
Yeah, I said
And
Brozier
you
was
backed
better.
Brozier, and
I
he's
said Brozier was
got
better
diddly
than.
squat.
Hey, let me talk now.
10 games,
No.
no goals, no
you're
assists.
gonna embarrass yourself again. This is what I'm saying.
No, 10 games.
You're gonna embarrass
right?
yourself again. When you finish talking, let me talk. So let me know.
Well, if I can finish.
Okay.
10 games,
Mm-hmm.
no goals, no assists, but he does have 1 yellow card. So that's his some contribution
Mm-hmm.
this season. And that is the guy that you said was better than Eddie Nketiah.
What year did I say that?
You said it this season. When he went to Everton, you said he's a better player than Eddie.
I didn't. I haven't talked about Brozier once this season. But really, what year did I say that? And to be honest with you,
You know you did, bro.
And to
Come
be honest
on.
with
Stop.
you, yeah,
Stop.
I'm still not saying Eddie's better than Brozier.
You're
That's
not?
that's
well,
the-
okay, well.
So I don't know why you've decided to reach in your bag to
Self-delusion,
start
man.
defending Eddie and Nketiah 70 minutes in the game week 38 against Southampton away. He just thought, let me do some Eddie prop, yeah. And then
I just thought I would
here you are.
remind you that you said that this guy was better than Eddie.
well, in my opinion, he still is.
Oh, come on. Even you don't believe that.
Villa just need to learn how
Oh,
to
Liverpool
defend.
got a red card as well.
Liverpool man sent off.
Gravenberch tripping.
Oh wow.
Yellow card for diving. Red card for tripping.
Wow.
Wow.
Speaking of Palace,
Wow.
they
Is the
still
title race on, do you think?
they still beating Liverpool, Palace.
Yeah. Right, and Gravenberch got sent off.
Gravenberch has been sent off.
Yeah.
Didn't he just get Young Player of the Year as well?
Oh.
I don't know if he got it. Has he been
I think
announced?
he did, yeah. It's pretty poor from Liverpool, isn't it? Since they've won the title, they've not won a single game.
Who cares, man?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
That's what happens when your manager goes and gets off his nut in Ocean Beach in Ibiza.
Yeah. Good luck to him, and that's how you celebrate.
Oh, Kai Havertz is on. When did that happen?
Yeah. Happened a little while ago. They made a sub. They brought on Lewis Skelly and Havertz on for Martinelli and Zinchenko. Sterling went off before.
Oh, okay.
Newcastle Everton's the game to watch now. It's that and wait, hold on. So what does that mean for Forest? That Forest know if they turn this around, yeah, they'll still leapfrog into. Oh my word.
Tell you what, man, Southampton looking quite dangerous
counter.
on the counter. Look.
Proper team, Southampton. I'm warning you up
Oh, look.
as they tear through us. Well done. No, Lewis Kelly came on too.
Sugawara. Push the linesman out of the way.
I
That's
know.
looking in it. Not supposed to put your hands on.
Yeah, I know. It was
officials.
like a move.
Yeah,
Get
get out of the
out
way,
of the way.
man. Somebody once said to me, he said, whenever you get a middle-aged man wearing a replica top, you got to be very careful because if you don't get the size right, it looks so bad.
I know.
And that guy there,
Got it wrong.
he got it completely wrong, mate.
Do you reckon he should have gone for a double XL?
He should have
then?
gone for.
Would you reckon he went for
triple
a
X.
medium?
He should have gone. He probably had on large, and all it did was just
To be
display.
fair,
his-
Laurie, I've noticed that. The same could be said for me as well.
No,
at
no, you're
times.
right. But he was like blatantly hanging, right?
Yeah. It was.
The belly was hanging, man. Somebody told me that years ago. You know, they said, certain men, middle-aged men, be careful with replica tops because it doesn't put you in a good
They
light.
don't.
Good
They
football,
don't.
Villa. Oh, yep.
It's so thin as
Oh,
well.
God.
They show everything. You get them. They show everything, mate.
I don't think.
When is coming off.
Yeah.
How do you think he's played today?
Been all right.
Lively.
Yeah. I mean, he's put a couple of nice
Yeah,
balls
he's had a
through.
couple of nice touches.
He's been all right, but he hasn't had much game time either, has he?
So the goal was given Bournemouth Leicester.
No, goal disallowed, but they have gone ahead.
Captaincy
Okay,
changes.
wow.
How many
Thank
times
you.
the
If you
captaincy
could let me know in
changed,
future, I shouldn't have to ask.
No worries, man.
No, thanks,
Man
bro.
City got
How many
Go on,
times the
Ben.
captaincy
Penalty
changed
for
hands
Man
in this
City.
game? Three
Okay,
times.
brilliant.
Has it gone to Odegaard now? Yeah.
Yeah, because it started off as Declan Rice,
Then it went to.
then
Saka.
it went to Saka, and now it's
Then to
Odegaard.
Odegaard.
Captaincy's changed 3 times in one game.
This is. I told you it's pre-season. They're testing it out. Do you know what I mean?
Super chat from Siggy says that surely every watch along, if Turkish and Laurie are on, we can expect an Eddie debate. Oh yes, we can. Oh yes, we can.
Was that a super chat?
That was a super chat.
Wow.
Why, Laurie? Do you reckon we should have kept Eddie?
No, not at all. It's just me.
Building a statue.
Oh, there you go. Oh,
yes!
Yes.
Come on!
Saka. Oh, it's disallowed, is it?
Yeah, it's offside.
No.
Isn't it?
Is
Looks
it?
like it is.
Oh
Yeah, it's offside.
man, really?
He looked like he was offside, to be honest. Yeah,
That's all fine.
that's fine.
Well
yeah,
off,
yeah,
mate.
he's off. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fair
Oh,
enough.
man.
Unlucky following it in. Should have kept the line, but it happened.
City scored their penalty 2-0.
Okay.
Haaland.
Brilliant, thank you, mate.
So Haaland back on penalty taking duties, eh?
Yes.
Yeah, why did they do that in that cup final? Haaland, who's just taken all their penalties, and then Marmoush steps up.
But by the way, that Marmoush goal the other day against.
Oh yeah, that
Oh.
was
who was
unreal.
it? Brentford at home. No, who do they play? Who do
Yeah.
they play at home?
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth. Oh my word.
That was a goal.
Oh my word. That was an absolute joke. Oh my god! And Villa scored!
No way.
Oh, but they're saying it's a foul.
Rodgers.
Oh no, but did he blow the whistle before? We have some drama. Oh, my ribs hurt. Bloody hell. Look, so Bayindir, he messed it up. He just messed it up.
I mean, that's what the ref did. Hopefully
Yeah.
the ref didn't give it straight away though, because if he blew the whistle, that means they're not even going to go VAR. Nah.
No.
No,
No,
the
there's
ref
nothing.
shouldn't be blowing his whistle there.
The goalkeepers are such a protected species.
No.
Yeah, that's not control. He's not got
He's not in
control of
control.
it.
It's like he's patting it.
Nor does he have two hands.
It's like he's
they're
patting it.
VARing it, so
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
they're VARing it.
They
so
might, yeah.
that means the referee, to be fair to him, must have done the right thing and waited to blow the whistle. Guys, this is huge.
Yeah, because Southampton. What are you talking about? The Southampton substitute?
No. Taking the piss.
He looked like he's foaming at the mouth. Or is he just eating the?
No, I think he was bleeding.
Oh, from the...
Yeah.
I don't understand, right? So if you fall down and hit your head at the back, how does that translate to you having a?
Why VAR looking
Oh,
at 4 different cameras? What does that? What's that for?
Or he's just eating the pitch.
I don't know what they're doing.
Or maybe the impact
it's an error.
across his mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You never know.
They're
do
still
you?
waiting. They're okay. So what are they doing? I don't think they're going to give the goal.
No.
They haven't. Oh my word, that is shocking. That could cost them Champions League football.
Decisions. VAR.
All it
See,
takes
this is what I'm
is
saying
one
about
Newcastle
goalkeepers
goal.
being so protected, overly protected.
Do you think?
Because he lost control of the ball.
I don't think he ever once had control of it. I don't
Yeah.
think there was anything there that was. I think you have to have 2 hands planted, not it bobbling from one hand to the other. I can't. Oh, I think that's a really poor decision.
What is that? Is that Dorgu?
If Newcastle turn this around and Villa fall out, this is, and he's right. Do you know what? I think he's having to go to the touchline to deal with the complaints, and rightly so. As in, right that they are complaining. You know, what about, Maguire's also pulled him back there
What do you mean go to the touchline to deal with the complaint?
to do. I think he's had to go to the touchline because the managers are having a go at the
Oh, I
fourth
see what
official.
you
I might
mean,
be
yeah.
wrong. Yeah.
No, he's quite right to feel aggrieved. I
Oh,
thought that's terrible.
Unai, do you know what?
Especially
I
when you-
sympathise. That's a
Go on,
shocking.
shoot, Declan.
That feels a poor decision to me. What do you guys think of the comments?
The comments.
I'm just wondering what the comments think of whether it should have stood or not. Genuinely, as unbiased as possible.
To me, I think it
that
should
should
have
have stood.
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
Go on.
It's
Is
it,
Leo-
it's it. Oh, come on.
Will somebody have a shot?
Well, that's a huge goal to disallow. Here's Kai on the right wing, where we obviously want to see him.
Something needs to happen here. This is not the one. 1-1 with Southampton. This is just... Yeah, I didn't think this day could get any
Hey,
worse.
listen, man, they might score.
Don't start all that, Laurie.
Oh, look, Ben White.
Ben
He's not
White's
happy.
getting in a little bit of a scrap.
Ben White
Oh,
just doing what Ben
and
White does.
United have scored against Villa. Ahmad. Oh my word, the drama. What a ball from, I think, Bruno Fernandes. And that puts Newcastle back into the top 5.
Look at Unai.
Oh my word.
At least we've got some talking points. I'll stay.
Yeah, just not from this game.
Yeah.
Do you know what, Unai? I completely sympathise, mate.
That's crazy.
That is a sickening decision.
Looks like a heavyweight boxer. Huh?
He does, doesn't he?
What a ball.
Oh,
Miles on.
Nacho.
The defending's shocking. Marks has been poor. What a header by Ahmad.
Header.
Yeah.
He doesn't get many headed goals.
I think one of his first in
Ooh.
Europa League was a really good header.
Great ball by Bruno.
Lovely ball. Look, let me say that.
Lovely ball
On the
by
balance of
Rice.
play throughout the game, United have been much better, but that was a very good goal.
Go on.
Nice.
That should have stood
Come on.
from Morgan Rogers.
Oh,
Come on, man.
That might. Do you know what? Trust the PGMOL to have one more,
they can
just
resist it,
one
could
one more part to play in this.
they?
Fucking-
The PGMOL can resist it. They love it.
Oh, come on. Why can't they do that off the pitch? Why do he's cramp?
Yeah, because...
No, but seriously.
No, I know,
you
obviously,
should
it's what I want to see the
get
game
off-
now, don't they? They're 1-1 with Arsenal.
No, but the referee should be saying, if you want to get that, like he's telling them now, either get up or get off the pitch.
He's gone a wooden leg, and now watch, he'll be sprinting around in a sec.
No, but he was complaining of cramp.
Yeah, I know. He should have done it off the pitch, but he's slowing the game down.
Of course he is.
and Villa
Well,
dropped back
1-1.
out with that.
I don't think
So,
Southampton.
those results mean, though, if Forest were to somehow find 2 goals, they would leapfrog both Newcastle and Villa and take back 5th. And they're not doing anything, are they?
Nah. Oh, the game's just been shit.
Forest, man, you have 20 minutes to get yourself Champions League football. Oh, actually, no. If that were to happen, I think Chelsea would drop out and Newcastle would stay in.
What a shame.
Somebody's just messaged me saying Villa have been shanked.
I
But they've used a
on-
far more egregious term to describe it. I can't repeat what they've said, but they basically
Go on.
said...
I think that was quite clearly a poor decision. And it might have cost them Champions League football. Cheeto's coming on. As the games tick by, Arsenal have actually ended up with more players we recognise on the pitch. Or more of the regulars, let's say. Here's Saka. Finds Odegaard.
Go on.
Cross it.
Ben
Good
White.
cross.
Go on,
Who's
go on,
there?
go on. Oh.
No one attacked that ball.
Partey's quite good at nicking the ball back on the edge of the area like that, isn't he?
Who?
Partey.
Yeah, he is.
Oh. United on the attack, but it has died down a bit.
It's a perfect opportunity to close the gap to 9 points with Liverpool losing. Do you know what I mean? Losing it, but at one point it was
I'll
like
be so
15
honest,
points.
I don't know what you mean.
What's that?
I'll be so honest, I don't know what you mean.
He's winding
Let's-
you up.
This is the perfect opportunity for Arsenal to close the
Right,
final
yeah.
standings to only conceding it, I say only, by 9 points instead of like, well, it's 11 to 11 at the moment. This is just Liverpool losing. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to take some positives here, James. Work with me. Come
I
on.
can't.
Come on.
I can't work
This is
with
one
you.
of the most dross games I think I've ever watched.
I know,
And
but
it's,
I'll remember that we were 15 behind them when they won it.
this is what I mean. So 9's better than 15. I mean, listen, it's not good at all, but I'm just trying to cheer myself up, I think.
But do you know what? Fair enough, mate. It's for football's for you to enjoy however you want to enjoy it. I am beyond uninterested, if I'm really honest. But I hope that everyone who is tuning in and who's gone there and made the effort to watch is getting something they enjoy out of it.
I'd like to think so.
I'm just keeping an eye on United Villa.
Liverpool have scored. Salah.
Wow.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
But they're still losing though, right?
1-1.
Oh, is it? I thought you said it was 2-0. Oh, they got a man sent off in.
Yeah.
Oh, crossbar. Christian Eriksen.
He's got to be out of United at the end of the season.
Yeah. It's a very good hit.
He'll probably get snapped up by one of the promoted teams.
I liked him at Brentford, man. I thought, but they've sort of evolved past all that.
He's way past it.
Speaking of that, how did the playoffs finish up today?
Charlton beat Leighton Orient.
Yeah, Charlton are up into the Championship. That's good.
I'm glad Sunderland are
Why's
back up.
that good?
A London club. I
Yeah,
suppose
but
Leighton
Leighton
Orient are as well.
Club as well.
Do you know what? Charlton, another side I remember being in, like the Premier League, or Division 1.
Do you remember that
when it
Van
was-
Persie volley?
Yeah,
There you go.
Charlton.
that was it.
Playing at the Valley, and they fell down the leagues.
They did. And when Alan Kirby was in charge,
That's it.
the fans are always
Go on.
"Oh, that's a good ball in, actually. Ramsdale again.
It's good
I
that
just
we've got
could be
lots of
argued
different
that Ramsdale's
ideas
been
for how
the
to break
best
down
player on the pitch.
Southampton.
Potentially, he has saved them.
Yeah. He'd probably get man of the match.
I've got to say, Villa must be feeling sick here. But you got 10. Oh, Rogers, no. You got 10 minutes to
Havertz
just
wasn't
try and
even looking
find a
at that, was
goal.
He was just there, just doing Havertz stuff.
he? If Arsenal Football Club think they can rely on him next season to
Oh, Eriksen again with a decent effort, just flying wide.
Arteta's got a lot of work to do
the
this
post.
summer, man. Because his playing style, ain't it?
No, it's dead, isn't
Stop
it?
fucking crossing the ball so much, man.
Marlon's coming on. I feel for Villa here. I really do. Shambolic decision, that.
Was it 1-0 United?
Yeah. Dini says, big up the panel, chat and production. Apart from Zubimendi, in your opinion, who has signed for Arsenal before... In your opinion, who has signed for Arsenal before July 2023? This is from Dini. Big up, Dini. Do you mean who will be signed? I think we'll have the striker in by pre-season. Do I think that? One of the striker or the winger. I think one of those will be
that's
done.
Nice by Odegaard. Good ball as well. No,
It's a shit ball.
No, it's not a good ball. It was a nice idea. But the execution wasn't right. Come on, are you really going to let Southampton take points
mate,
off you?
I know, they probably will. That's where it's at the minute. It's a very...
Especially when you consider this is yet another game where we've dropped points because
Yeah,
we're
that's
in
it.
front.
This is what I mean.
Ipswich. No, West Ham have got third goal. Kudus has got his name on the score sheet, and I think there's a penalty to Brighton.
Okay.
Oh, Miles Lewis-Skelly got himself in trouble there, and now Southampton on the attack. Good defending by Partey.
Partey's been playing centre back, hasn't he?
He's had a good game actually, Partey. Oh.
What, ref? What?
So in recent weeks, Southampton have had a bit of a pick-up in form.
They have. Well, they drew 0-0 with City, didn't they?
Oh, was that a penalty?
For who?
Martin.
Shoot!
For United.
Go on!
What a...
Oh!
Yes! Go on!
What a
Go
goal!
on! That's what I'm
Very
talking
good goal.
about.
Nice goal.
Go on, Odegaard.
That's a great goal.
That is a fantastic
Is
finish.
Odegaard back?
Yes.
Is he back?
Yes. Yeah.
Because he's gone close a couple of times now.
I'm glad. I'm pleased for him, man. He's had a lot
Yeah,
of criticism
well
this
played.
season.
Martin Odegaard.
Good on him.
In fact, I'm going to give him man of the match just for
Do you know
that
what?
effort alone.
He's had a lot of criticism all season, and
that's
it's
a
nice to see him pick up the ball in that
Yeah,
situation.
yeah.
And obviously,
Pen for
it looks
Villa.
like he's listened to it and hit it.
Because that's what he was
United
doing a
should have
couple of
pen.
seasons ago.
Yeah, and he's picked up the ball and he took it to the side and then wallop, pulled the trigger. And
Unai
he created
Emery
that chance
is
as well. He's
Why is
come
he
down the
clapping?
right hand side,
Sarcastically.
he's cut in,
That's a great goal.
laid it off, he's got laid back to him, and then he's beat his
There you go.
man and wallop.
Oh,
Brilliant finish, gone across goal as well.
brilliant goal.
I've seen him score that goal like
Nice,
4 times.
well played.
That's what he was doing a couple of
Yeah,
seasons
he
ago.
picked his spot, got it straight through the defence. Good on him. Pulled the trigger quick. None of that messing around.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, moved. Yeah,
Ramsdale didn't have a chance.
What a way to hopefully win the game.
Yeah, need to.
In such a drab game, if
Yeah.
it finishes like this, I'm going to give him man of the match.
Yeah,
Because the game needed that, didn't it? A bit of quality.
Well, he's come on and done what you wanted him to do.
Yeah. Oh,
Scored a
have
decent
we
goal.
spoke too
Don't
soon?
even start all this. Get the ball down the other end of the pitch, take it to the
So they
corner
have given a
flag.
penalty to United for that tackle on Ahmad, and rightly so. It's going to cost Villa, but it's not. It's that disallowed goal.
Mm-hmm.
That disallowed goal. I mean, oh my word.
Oh, Brighton have gone through it.
Yeah, O'Reilly penalty. Bournemouth are 2-up.
Can't believe
Menyo
Newcastle
again.
have never
Hoist an assist
beaten
in his
So
last
Man U
game.
got a penalty?
Okay. United have got a penalty now.
That's 2-0, isn't it? Who's taking it? Ericsson.
Mm-hmm. Unai Emery must feel sick. It's 2-0. And that is
What
Villa.
is it, 3-0?
2-0. So that's Villa
So they're out of the Champions League then?
out the Champions League.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah, fuming.
Yeah, but guys, we'd be losing our heads if we had
Yeah, but
this
it's not us,
decision
is it?
against
So
us.
we don't-
Yeah, no, but then
Yeah,
they've just scored another goal, so 2-0. It's not like it's decided on one goal, is it?
I'll tell you who to blame, James.
Game changes though.
Yeah.
You got
man.
one
tell you
nil
who
up
they
with
should
10 men.
blame,
You do
though,
10.
right?
You got 9 men behind the
Tell
ball.
you who more to blame.
Who?
Emi Martinez.
Yeah.
He should. I mean, I know they're going to put the blame on the refs, and you know.
Go on. Here we go. Go on, Odegaard.
It's shocking from the officials. It's really
It's better.
shocking for
It
that
is
goal not
shocking,
to
but
stand.
James, I think.
This is better. Go on, Saka. Go on, finish
Shoot!
this.
Oh, come on, Saka, man.
It's not been a good cameo. But then I
Why
haven't
didn't he
really
shoot
paid any
first
attention.
time? Yeah, James. listen, everything you said about that decision is 100% true. However, let's trace it back. Their downfall came when Emi Martinez stupidly got himself sent off.
Yeah.
So he's got to take a bigger proportion of the blame than the officials, in my book.
Well, Villa
because
have
what
been-
he done then changed the whole game, the whole dynamics of the game.
Yeah, I've kept an eye on this game, and Villa have been shit. Let me not pretend that they've been any good. And United have had chance after chance from minute one. But the point is, the game happened, they went down to 10 men, they have to adapt, and they scored what I think is a perfectly good goal. And for the officials to look at that and then go, yeah, we're going to chalk it off. We're going to deny you a goal of that importance. You know, for something so... For nothing. I don't think it's a foul. They clearly think he's taken it off by in. I don't think
Saka's
they have.
injured again.
Yeah, that's what's more worrying.
You're joking.
Saka's gone down injured.
93rd minute.
Yeah.
And he
They're in
came,
at
and
90
he came on
plus
as a sub.
5.
Looks like his knee.
Hope it's not his hamstring.
Josh Kroenke, man,
Looks like his knee, man.
it's a wally.
But I've got to say, man, Newcastle, what are they playing at?
Yeah, but
You're losing at home to Everton, who, you know, there's no jeopardy in that game. Oh!
You guys said, "Oh man, nothing happened, man. He's injured, but he should be all right."
Let's hope so.
He just jarred it a little, man. It's the last game of the season. I don't know why England have picked everyone anyway. That silly Nations League.
those friendlies.
Right at the end of a grueling season,
Yeah.
and you go to play 2 meaningless Nations League games with England.
That's why they've called up Ivan Toney. Yeah.
They called up Ivan Toney.
Yeah.
So what's it? I didn't know that.
Brighton 4-1 against Tottenham. They smoked them.
Tottenham got battered.
Oh, I cannot. The more I watch this goal, the more I can't believe it's been chalked off.
How can you look at that and say he was in control of it?
I can't believe it. That was huge.
So, 5th place is assured of Champions League football. And at the moment, it's
Newcastle.
Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, and Newcastle.
Yep.
I think Forest, right, it's disappointing for them, but if you'd have told them at the start of the season that they'll get European football and finish 7th, I'm sure they would have taken that.
You
I think they'll be-
looking to not get relegated.
I think
Do you know what I mean? Honestly.
I think they'll be gutted for us that they had a home game against Chelsea on the final day to do it, and they aren't. But to be fair,
I don't think they'll be gutted. I think they'll be disappointed.
I think they'll be gutted. Champions League football, man.
Yeah, but I mean, like Marty just said at the start of the season. Some people
But
might have said that,
expectations change. I didn't feel good about finishing second 3 years ago. After having been in a title race with
No, but I mean, our expectation at the start
slightly
of the season
different
was
to
to win
Nottingham
the league.
Forest. Yeah.
people thought, we were going to finish 4th or 5th that year. I get what you mean, but
Nottingham Forest fans genuinely thought they was going to get relegated. That was their thing, just to avoid relegation. The season before, they literally narrowly avoided it by beating us on the last game of the season.
I get the wider point that basically, well, at least you got Europe. Who thought you'd do that? But guys, they were 3rd for a lot of the season.
Majority.
They beat Man City. I remember when I was out in Australia, I think they beat Man City. It was a huge win. I think everyone went, well, that's that. They must surely get Champions League football. And the results have been so poor. They're losing here home to Chelsea, who I'm not sure on the road are particularly great. And then you've got the Leicester result they threw away.
Yeah, the Leicester one is the big one. I could understand why Marinakis was upset. I think that thing was way blown out of proportion anyway.
Full time at Wolves,
People
Brentford.
say he was shouting at him. I didn't see no shouting. I just saw a frustrated owner and the
Do you think that
manager.
was? I guess
There's
I
nothing
need
wrong
to
with that.
choose my words carefully. Do you think that Marinakis is saying that his
Oh
bone
my
of contention was the injury to?
But that's what they're saying. But regardless of what it is, it doesn't really matter. It's the result that dictated that.
No, but do you believe when he says it was the injury he was more
Yeah,
concerned
but
about?
it's probably a PR spin.
That's what I thought.
Because this generation would say, if he's upset about it, then he should still wait till it's behind closed doors. But sometimes people will express their emotion out in public. So what? You know, just people.
But
have
do you
to
not
just,
think he undermined?
Why did he undermine him? How do we know what he said? He could be like, "Fuck's sake, man, we fucked it."
Yeah, but he come on. Couldn't he
You
have
know,
waited
and
until
Nuno
he
could
come
be
off
like,
the
"Yeah,
pitch?
man,
Could have
like,
been these
yeah, dude, who knows how that?
Yeah.
How
No,
that
but couldn't he have
conversation
waited till
went?
they come off
Yeah,
the
but
pitch?
why should he wait if it's just the same thing that we fucked it? So why would you need to wait for that? Why? So the soft generation don't say, "Ooh, he's a bit upset. That's not right."
Do you think that's
like,
soft,
Gary
though, just
Neville
showing
comes out and
respect,
says
though?
the guy should resign and all of that. Come on, Gary, man. You come from an era where your manager threw a boot at your friend's
Yeah,
face.
but it's behind closed doors.
Yeah, but regardless, though, but that's an even more extreme. Do you get it? That's an
No,
even,
but what I'm
so-
saying is there's things that happen behind closed doors. So if Marinakis had gone up to Nuno in the dressing room and said, look, what the fuck are these, excuse the language, what the F are these men doing? Then obviously, you know, even if it comes out, people say, well, but to go on the pitch in front of thousands, millions of
Yeah, but
people
he
around
could have
the
been
world.
fuming about someone else, or he could have been fuming, you don't know, about left back going, make that effing, da-da, he should have been
Well, he's
playing
saying
better,
he's,
he's useless, da-da-da.
He's saying it's about the injury.
Yeah, yeah, he was
but I'm
exactly-
not sure if I
don't
believe
know.
that. Do you believe that?
Yeah,
Oh my word.
How's their
I think
chance
he's
gone?
publicly come
Yeah.
out and
'Cause it'd have
obviously
been 4
backed what he's saying and
onslaught
backed his
after that.
manager publicly. So you've got to take that. But at the time, it looked.
Oh!
Wow. At the time, it did look like he was having a go at him, but
It did.
you don't know.
He's a big guy as well, Marinakis.
Yeah, I know. He was fuming, wasn't he? Looks like he's ironed out every takeaway in Nottingham and all. Do you know what I mean? He's Uber Eats deliver and all that, smashing the granny out of him.
He certainly looks like he likes his food, that's for sure.
Yeah, he don't mess around, does he?
This game not over here. Bloody
Oh,
hell.
wow. Oh, it is over at 2-1, yeah.
No, this one.
Yeah, it is over, yeah, we win it 2-1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
You're going
finished.
ahead
We've
of
just got a
us
bit of a
now.
delay.
There we go.
Yeah, lock it off.
Actually, he fumbled that and it just... Oh.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to pretty much wrap it up there. Sir says he would score a banger when nothing matters. That's to
Well,
Martin
actually,
Odegaard.
it does matter because this guy's been so out of form. Did you not see the way the players celebrate with him?
Doesn't
Because
matter.
they all know that
No,
could
okay.
be... Huh?
It's all right.
You two can have it out of
Because
the
we'll
fan
start
camp.
arguing, because you know it doesn't matter and you're just here talking rubbish.
Look, I'm talking from a personal perspective. It doesn't matter. A, it was the winning goal. And B, do you not agree, Marty, that on a personal level,
Yeah, I
he
do.
needed that?
Oh, dude, do you know what?
On a personal level, I needed that
Yeah,
a while ago. From a few of them. I'm not just saying Martin, I'm just saying
Villa
we
robbed.
won the game. Good goal from Odegaard. Where was it before? All right, cool. Move on. It's end of the season now.
There is that way of looking at it a little too much too late.
It's not like Turkish to look at the glass half empty.
No,
I must
man.
say.
No.
It's not. It's unusual of me.
It's
But
very much out of character.
I think definitely on a personal level, it's nice to see Odegaard pick up the ball. He created the chance, he laid the ball off, he got it back, and then he pulled the trigger and he done it quick. And it was a fantastic finish.
It was, and it
we
won the
needed
game.
that. And do you know
And-
what?
yeah.
If we'd have drawn that today, I would have been hugely disappointed.
So would I.
Really, but bad. This is one of the worst ever Premier League teams, and you're going to end up drawing with them.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to get 3 points off of them.
There needs to be separation.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Because this laptop's about to die. I just want to quickly run through. Liverpool, obviously, title winners.
Yep.
Winning on 84 points. Arsenal, second on 74. City, third on 71. Chelsea looks like their win has secured them top 4. Newcastle, despite losing, are going to nick 5th spot because Villa were denied a crucial goal, but ultimately played terribly at Old Trafford. But the red card from Emi Martinez wouldn't have helped either. I felt like everything went against Aston Villa today. Forest are, as we're sitting here, there's a minute or two to go, and they are losing, so they have missed out on Champions League football. But Villa and Forest will get European football in some kind, and Brighton winning 4-1 at Spurs from 1-0 down means that they go above Bournemouth and Brentford. Because obviously Brentford failed to win, but Bournemouth have taken 9th spot. We'll leave it there, people. Look, thanks for joining us for a year of watch-alongs. It's not been as many. Well, fan cams and stuff to do. No, by all means, go for it.
Great performance.
Well, I know, and I know there's obviously
Winning
Graham and
away from home.
I will do a real tactical insight on that to figure out how we did it and overcame the odds. But yeah, no, look, guys, it's been today. The final day was really a case of just getting that 38th game done. It was Tierney's last game. It was probably Zinchenko's last game. It was certainly Sterling's last game.
You don't think you've done enough to?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure we'll be flying in with any bids. And the big thing was, guys, I'll be real. For me, the big thing was, were Newcastle going to fall out of top 5? Because I think there'd have been a conversation around Isak. I don't think we'd have got him. I think he'd have stayed, genuinely. But I think there'd have been much more of a conversation. I think with that, I think it's almost guaranteed he stays to play Champions League football. He's won a trophy with them. Villa and Forest miss out, and that's it. We move on to pre-season. We move on to the summer and all the work we've got to do. But thank you all for tuning into a year of watch-alongs. We've not had as many wins as we'd have liked. We've not had as many moments and highs as we'd have liked, but there have been some key ones. And I look at Real Madrid and I look at Box Park, and some of those nights were great. But ultimately, a lot more we want to do next season, and it has to be significantly better. But subscribe to AFTV, because we'll keep you up to date with everything on the transfer front throughout the summer. Marty, big thanks to you. Go on.
And I'd just like to say on a personal note, because I've had on a personal level, a fantastic season. So thank you very much, every single one of you, for having me. You've been really welcoming. You've made me feel at home. And I have had, aside from the football, on a personal level, an absolutely awesome season. And I appreciate the love and the welcoming at AFTV.
No, fair play to you, mate. Fair play. It's been a pleasure having you here, mate. So, big well done to you. Big thanks to everyone who's been tuning in. But it doesn't stop here. Yeah, the football isn't being played, but trust me, transfer windows will be relentless. So, big thanks to Marty. We'll see you throughout the summer, no doubt. Laurie, big thanks to you. We're going to do fan cams now.
I just want to say as well, thanks to everybody on the AFTV staff who come to the end of the season. As I said, there's always tinged with a bit of sadness because there's no more weekly football to look forward to. But thanks to everybody out there that supported the channel throughout the season. We really do appreciate it. Speaking on behalf of everybody here, obviously.
Absolutely.
And we look forward to joining you again soon. In August, the new season starts. Let's hope that we come with some new signings and some renewed purpose, and that this season we can finally land that big major honour.
Let's hope so. Any final words, Turkish?
Wake up. Make sure, because I still see some little bitches in the comments. Turkish is depressing, Shall I tell you what's depressing? Another season of coming out with nothing. That is depressing, right? So focus on that rather than focus on why I'm actually depressed, which is our club. Yeah, whether you're in the clouds fucking delusional or whether you're like me pessimistic, it's our club, right? Just learn. Just learn. What am I meant to be clicking my heels about a 2-1 away win against Southampton that put us 5 points ahead of Chelsea in 4th?
It's a possible candidate for goal of the season.
Yeah, but to me it's not a joke, man. It's 5 years now. It's fourth. It's not even
It's
5.
longer
It's
than that.
21
It's
years.
longer
It's
than
21 years. But what I'm saying is, it's 5 years, 6 years since fucking Kroenke said be excited. So I don't get it. So if you've been the blind faith type of person before, just be quiet. Because this summer is about holding the club accountable for what they should have done last year, right? And if you don't, and you let it slide again, or let them slide again, then next year it's going to be even worse, because there'll be players with 1 year to go on their contracts, and there'll be a manager that probably coming into the club because we haven't won a trophy for the next year, the phase or whatever. So to me, we won. Cool. Disappointing season. I don't know why the little bitches are out. I thought they'd be quiet until the start of next season, but here we are. Debbie and whoever else in the chat. Love for the love. Hit the like button and we'll do our fan cams.
And on that, see you soon.
Peace.
We've teamed up with UK Auto Claims to see if you could be eligible to claim thousands in compensation. If you've had any cars, vans or motorbikes on finance between 2007 and 2021, well, just click the link below and start your simple free check.